There we go. Let's do it. Let's go. Like now we're live, I think.
We're live. We got people in the chat already.
I can never tell how long it takes from when you hit go live to when you are live. Yeah, but we are live now.
Maybe we need a countdown thing, like video intro.
Maybe. I mean, I have one. Like we can do one, but it's too late now. Yeah. We're live. It's way too late now.
Chat. It's almost like we're giving stuff away.
I know, right? They always come when there's stuff to get, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. True. There's nothing wrong with that. So we got, I don't know if they're still here. Out of the Basement Boys left a message at 5:15, 5:16. So they're still around. Cool. Welcome.
Shout out.
Yeah. Beardy Beardyson. Love it. Love that name so much. Loved putting you on the board. Let's see. We got Jose Gonzalez. We got the classic Jim Mason here, and then Bendejo. And then hey, Paragon Fuzz. He wants his free stuff, isn't it? I love it. Love it.
Hey, Paragon, do me a favor. If you win, pick one of the figures that Mike's giving away, so he has to pay the international shipping.
I have to pay the shipping. Ethan,
we'll just take it out of Patreon.
Yeah.
We'll
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Any big stuff like that, we're just gonna take off out of the Patreon.
That's funny.
Well, welcome. Hey, everybody. How's it going? We're just gonna kind of chat a little bit before we get started here. I don't know how long tonight's gonna go, but it is our Christmas party.
The holiday hangout Christmas party.
Holiday hangout Christmas party. That's right. We got stuff going on. We got some holiday cheer, and we're giving away 12 Star Wars The Black Series action figures.
Yep, and we're gonna have a great show following 100%. The giveaway. So we're in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a great fine edition segment, I think.
I think so. I think probably one of our best ones, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. And then we're gonna have a great, I guess we got some really cool discussion topics.
We got some stuff. We got some real stuff to talk about. That's what I'm looking forward to.
We got some actual stuff. A couple reveals that aren't, and then we got some real some good conversation topics.
We're talking like stuff that, at the end of like Full House, the music plays, they sit down, they have the heart to heart kind of thing. That's the kind of stuff we have planned.
We have some stuff we got to talk through,
Yeah.
And who better to talk through it with than the Black Series Cantina?
That's right.
Listeners.
Right. We're here together to have this heart to heart.
Absolutely. So let's you want to explain the rules real quick?
Yeah. So this is our Patreon giveaway. Everyone, you cannot enter the Patreon anymore. This is. Thank you. I've been trying to figure out what she's been playing with.
Mike's seeing Christmas presents live.
No, somehow my cat stole the belt to a figure.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she does that. This is not the first time it's happened. She's kind of a little bitch. I hate her, but I also love her to death. But sometimes I just absolutely can't stand that cat. Anyways, so let's get back to the.
Also, fair warning. Since I live in Louisville, we are heavy snow just started hitting. So if my power goes out, Mike, you got to finish this.
I got this.
Do it for the people. So I'll try to join back.
I will brave through. Yeah,
I'll do whatever I can. But
here in San Diego, we have a high of 80 degrees on Christmas Day.
Christ. It's gonna get to -4 tonight.
That's
overnight.
Crazy.
Insane.
We have our AC on.
I have a heater in my room right now because I'm in the basement and it's gonna be really cold here in a couple hours. So I hope everybody else who's in the area, it's going to be worse north of us. Right. So hope everybody stays warm, stays safe.
Yeah.
And then hope you win some figures,
So back to this, we have 92 entries of people. Basically, you get one entry for every tier of the Patreon that you are subscribed to. We did have one smart person sign up for.
They tried to be a little sneaky.
They signed up for the second tier twice, trying to get 4 entries, and I mapped that out and realized that's not fair to everyone else. So I refunded him one of his entries, and he only gets 2. but it was a smart idea, and because of that, I think we'll be changing up how we do this in the future, so that kind of thing can't happen. But for now, since it's too late, doesn't matter. Every time I click the spin button, it's going to land on a name. If it lands on your name, congratulations, you're out.
You get eliminated.
You get eliminated. So if you get chosen,
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry. That's why some people are on here multiple times, and that's why you want to be on here multiple times. So let's test it out. Let's see what happens. I have hit that shuffle button a bunch of times, so these are good and shuffled.
Oh, Bendejo, that must be.
Is that you?
Benjamin.
Oh, it is. It is. Oh, no, totally.
An accident.
Is.
Okay.
Oh, well, no, I thought it was actually really smart. Oh, no, totally. I'm definitely not like mad at you about that. I'm like, that's actually a really smart idea to get 4 on there. But I refunded you one of them. I don't know if you wanted that or not. Because I felt bad like only putting you on here twice, but taking $10 from you. But I genuinely thought that was a smart idea. I'm not like bad mouthing you at all. I thought that was hilarious. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, let's see what happens. Can I double down that I'm out first? Maybe. Let's see what happens.
So the top 12, we're gonna email in order. The 12, like we'll email the first person winner. Oh, who's first?
Oh, Caleb. Well, so Caleb's got a couple entries on here, and it automatically takes an entry out. Once we do this, so I don't have to remove anything, but his name is removed, but he's on here I think 2 more times, so he's safe for now. But yeah, what's going to happen is when we're down to 12 unique names, not necessarily 12 entries, but 12 unique names, because you can't win twice in this. But if you've won before, you're still in the winning because it's a completely different drawing. That's how that works.
Yep.
So I'm just going to keep doing this for a bit because we have 91 entries to get through. We have a lot of entries to get through. Yeah.
Let's see who's second. Oh,
see, Beardy. You were second. It's okay.
It's got one more though, right?
Yeah, he's got one more.
So we'll email people in order, and then whenever, say you're like in the middle, there will be like 7 figures to pick from, left or 6, and then it'll keep dwindling to the person.
Yeah, the person that's on there the longest gets to choose whichever of the 12 they want, and then we'll just work our way down.
And correct, you don't want to see your name because that's the wheel of death. So if it goes on your name, you lose.
Correct. Yeah, we've got too many names on here just to choose one. Like that's
exactly.
Just click it once and it's done. No.
Yeah, and these are some of the most fun we have because sometimes people get eliminated back to back and it's intense. Yeah, it really sucks.
Like the odds are super small, but it happens. When it gets down to the wire, it gets real fun. You see, I put our logo in the middle there.
I did. That's a nice feature. That's a nice one. I like that.
And it automatically changed the coloring, I guess, to kind of match it because that's not the coloring it was. That's for sure.
Yeah, I noticed it looked a little different, but I like it. JT,
hey,
Mark,
JT, welcome.
Good luck in the wheel of death here.
Yeah, good luck.
It's like I want everybody to win, but not everybody can win, unfortunately.
No, but we're gonna have 12 winners. Like that's a lot.
Yeah. And
again, if it lands their name right now, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. So unless you only on here once, then
let's go to the Luke. R.I.P. Well, he has 1 or 2 more. He has 2 more.
Yeah, he has 2 more. Honestly, the only people on here that I won't feel bad if they lose is Landspeeder, Luke, and Out of the Basement. Like these guys don't need our free figures. They're on here because they're Patreon subscribers, but they don't need our figures.
H-Town Ray, loyal member. Luckily, he's still on the board a couple more times.
Still on the board.
So we can jump to the chat. Like if the chat wants to suggest a topic we can talk about, go ahead. If there's like anything that you all want to suggest for like what the podcast can do going into 2023 better, or give us some suggestions.
Any topics you'd like to see us cover? Anything you'd like to see us change?
Or like like some segments we could do, or something like that. Just
absolutely.
Let us know. We are here to listen to the Patreon members for sure. Who's up next? Let's see. I wonder who's going to be the first double. Oh, that's one of them. Almost out of 1 of 4.
It was almost on Brian. I think that was Brian's last. He might actually have two more. I think he's an 11:38. So
yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, it was so close.
That was close.
It was right close. In the middle. That was so close.
Right, ban Chris from the Patreon right now. Ban him.
Well, let's talk about the Rancor. Who wants to see the Rancor? Oh, Brian, dude, this thing loves you.
Yeah, too bad we're not doing it in reverse. He'd win a ton of figures. Right. The names are getting bigger. The names are getting bigger. But in all seriousness, I really hope they bring the Rancor back one day. It probably won't be anytime soon, but
I think if they give it 5 years, I think they could try again. I think
the unfortunate thing is, it's like the closer we get to 2023, it's like it would be getting closer to shipping. You know?
But the thing is, 5 years is going to go by real fast. Like the line's already 10 years old at this point, you know. I know it sounds like we're already a year into those 5 years. Like we've been rancoring it up for a year.
Yeah.
See, I think that was Jeff Reno's only entry. I'm pretty sure he's only on here once.
R.I.P. But hopefully they do attempt another Black Series HasLab next year.
I really do think an ATST would be a good option. Like I really, really do think it would be, especially if it was like just crazy lights, all that stuff.
You know, I could attempt to print that
the one
N1 Starfighter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's an N1 Starfighter out there that you print like 40 different pieces for it, and it puts together.
Are you going to print one of those giant pit droids?
Probably not. I think I'm gonna stick to stuff for my shelf.
You know, there's a guy I follow on YouTube who's printing a 1-for-1 T-Rex skeleton to put in his backyard.
What? That's insane.
Yeah, he's cut it up into little chunks that can like snap together, basically, so he can print it all really from his 3D printer. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Did you see the guy who made like a giant metal Drogon that like spits fire?
No.
Yeah, I'll link it to you after the show. It's like Garrett. One of his entries is out. Yeah, this guy made he has a whole garage dedicated like this giant Drogon he built just like with metal parts and stuff, and they can like spit fire and stuff.
Oh, that was almost close. On Paragon Fuzz. Paragon Fuzz only has one entry on here, so that was so close.
Mm-hmm. And that was Caleb's second. So
yep, I think he's got one more.
Yep. Who's next? Looks like
man, we're hitting some doubles. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, I'm excited to see who wins. I'm not excited to ship all these.
For sure. That's a fact.
I've been saving my boxes lately. I
should go fish them out of the I should go fish some boxes out of recycling because I've got a bunch in there.
Are you all done Christmas shopping?
Oh, I've been done for a while. Absolutely.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I finished mine yesterday.
Oh, Lyric,
Lyric, the last one.
I think so.
The name popped up once already.
No, I think Lyric's on there. I think Lyric's on there 3 times. Might be only twice. No, I see another one on there. We're good.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, Paragon.
Oh,
I guess we don't have to ship to the UK. Oh, sorry, dude.
Sorry.
No Paragon. Free stuff for you, isn't it?
Why are you trolling right now?
What? I'm not trolling. I'm a little.
Oh, trolling. Caleb!
No, Caleb!
3.
Oh, that's all
already.
3.
Come on, he's been a Patreon member for a long time. That's
unfortunate. I think absolutely. One of our first is
Garrett. Oh, 2 gone. I think his only 2. He was close to winning last
I think
time.
he only has 2. Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot him a text.
Anti-British behavior. Oh, there goes a Jose. I think Jose's got some more on here though, so I think we're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly, the winners will all be within 20 miles of the host. Classic Hillsy right there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I wish
Rooster.
Whenever we do these, Garrett's never won, but he got close.
You could just drive it to him. You could just.
He lives in Louisville, so I could just meet him somewhere and just give it to him. Save some shipping money. CV.
I think that's their second.
Yep. Mark Karp's still on there. Andrew Silva's still on there. John Wilkerson, there's one gone.
So if Out of the Basement wins one, like who do we send it to?
we gotta put Nate and Justin in their own will, right? And spin it, and whoever
and just we'll have a spin-off for Nate and Justin.
They just got like a mega haul for free. If they win,
that's true. You know what?
Like,
that's true.
They don't count.
I should just erase their names off here.
If they win, I'm donating it to like a kid for Christmas.
Yeah, give it to Toys for Tots or something.
Skywalker Hendricks, longtime Patreon member.
I did. The Target and Amazon had that Boba Fett for $10.
Yeah.
I bought one specifically to donate to Toys for Tots.
I was
so cheap.
Yeah, I was at Target and they didn't have that, but they had a lot of the Scarif Troopers and a lot of the Ferrix officers.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hoping they were going to be like $13.
Yeah, they are not.
But I know. But my Target has like 15 Scarif Troopers, so I'm just waiting. Like I know.
Just wait,
day,
yeah.
In like 2 months, they're going to be
go down to like $13 or whatever. Yeah.
I'll get like a couple of them, and
we'll refill our giveaway fodder.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. So you already know like the next giveaway is going to be like a bunch of troopers.
But troopers are the best thing to give away. Like even if you have one already, like who doesn't?
Yeah,
it's another trooper.
Like what are you going to do if you get a Luke Skywalker you already have?
Right?
You can't really do a whole lot with it.
I think I'm going to stop
can make a squad
at like 40 and count the individual names.
No, that's Beardy's last one.
No, well, you weren't out first, Beardy, and that's all that counts. That's actually not all that counts. You're out, so
better luck next time.
But it's not as bad as you thought.
But let's go ahead and while we're doing this, we're gonna remind people of what we are giving away. 501st Clone Trooper, 13th Battalion Clone Trooper, or a Sing. So if you don't have that one, the original Red Box Mandalorian and the Black Chrysanthemum comic book. And look, people, I'm not gonna lie, this isn't the best Black Series release of all time, but in hand, it's actually kind of decent. When it's
really not bad.
Like, yeah, I would actually recommend owning this if you're gonna keep it in the package.
Oh, Lance Peter Luke.
Oh, that's one of his 3. Or is that 2 of his 3?
He's got 2 of his 3 out. Yeah.
He actually looks like pretty solid in the box.
Yeah, he's actually he's a decent figure. I know he's not the one that everyone wanted. And that's the worst thing people can say about him is he's not the figure people wanted, but we're getting that. So why hold it against this one? This one's a decent comic based figure that was clearly made when the comic was the only thing that Black Chrysanthemum was from. It's just bad timing.
It's just the announcement.
Yeah, and it was just real bad timing.
And then Mike is giving away.
Yeah, you have to list that out because honestly, I don't remember.
I got the picture here.
Good.
Mandalorian Ahsoka, Echo, from the Bad Batch. Zalbar, a flame trooper from Fallen Order. A dark trooper.
That's true.
And a hunter, which is a very, very sought after figure. And then that's 11, so we have one more. Last episode, Mike said he was going to do 12, and he mentioned a figure. I don't remember what it is, but we'll figure out later, I guess.
Yeah, well, let's pick one right now. Let's do Bo-Katan. Why not? She's just right here.
Oh yeah, perfect. What a comment. When you count the mail-in entries, I actually won from Lego Lover.
All right. We're getting down to the wire here.
Names are getting bigger.
I'm gonna stop at 40. And we're going to count the individual people here.
Is this it right here?
No, we got 3 more spins. Yeah.
Who's up next? JD? Damn.
Well, damn. All right.
That's a good idea, Beardy.
That's actually a really good idea. He probably will.
Jim, with a name off the board.
All right. One more spin, and then we'll do an assessment. I was really hoping it was going to hit out of the basement. No offense, out of the basement. A little offense, just a ton.
A lot of offense.
A lot of offense. All right, let's take a look. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah, we got way more than 12, so we're good.
Yeah.
Way more than 12, so.
Who is...
Oh, there we go.
There's one of their 2.
There's one of them.
One of their 2. Yeah, they don't need our figures. They got that Hasbro money in their pockets.
They get that shill money.
Yeah. Is it Josh Gale, Luke? Josh Gale. Josh Gale gone. Well, he might have another one on there. I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll stop at 30 and see what we're sitting at here. Oh, so close.
That was some of them go close. Right there in the middle.
I'm pretty sure Dylan's only on here once, and I'm pretty sure Dylan's won twice. He's won.
Yeah, he's won every time we've done a giveaway.
It's true.
Jim, I'd listen for sure. I'd be your first listener. Mike will be your second.
Yeah, for sure. I'll listen.
Scott Gregory. I wish I was in Hasbro's pocket.
Right? It'd be so much easier to get figures. Because they always get them, the people that get those swag boxes always get them super early too.
I know.
Like I got my Arvala 7 Mando from Dan Larson, right, yeah. Toy Galaxy, and he got his way before they actually came out in stores. Oh, Dylan's gone. Sorry, Dylan.
Damn. We jinxed the shit out of
Dylan. We did. We jinxed him so hard.
Have you messed with the pauldron on the new what do they call this? Purge Trooper Phase 2?
I haven't opened them yet, no.
It's like I got it and it's like so flat and it looks terrible actually.
Oh.
So you really have to
bend it?
Really have to bend it, but once you do bend it, it actually like sits there pretty nicely. Even though it is kind of big, you do have to once you bend and squeeze a little, it fits his arm a little better. Instead of looking like he's wearing something real dumb on there.
Yeah. I should open mine before the end of the year so I can see if he's in the top 10 or not. I don't know. All right.
He's very good. He is
I've
very
heard
good.
that. I've heard good things about him.
Because the clone body is really nice. So the black and the red looks really sharp.
All right, one more spin and we'll do an assessment.
To me, I don't know if he's top 10 for this
Yeah.
year, especially if
there's
you
a lot of real good contenders. There's
Wave
so
30,
many good contenders. Yeah.
I feel like if Wave 34 was actually released in like February, this might squeeze in, but I feel like, with Grand Inquisitor, most likely Darth Maul.
Sorry, JT.
Sorry to see that.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, I didn't mean to click it. That's okay. We're down to 29. Mark Karp. Okay, let's see how many names we got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So pretty much there's a bunch, but most of the doubles are limited. We got a couple of doubles. Travis has got 2 in there, I think, still. Ethan's got 2 in there still.
It's getting down to the wire now.
But it's getting down to the wire. So let's give it a couple more spins here. Yeah, we'll probably talk about like what's in our top 10, but maybe not the specific order. Because honestly, I don't know.
I haven't I was gonna tell you because I remember we kind of talked about that but I was like, I haven't really sat down and made, and I was hoping to get Wave 34 before the end of the year because I can't really
that's
I want to put those in my top 10 already, but how am I gonna put those in there if right? I thought I'd have them this week when I ordered them, but.
Oh, is it Dylan? Is it Dylan? Oh, he had a couple on there. But Dylan had 2 on there. Just kidding. So Dylan's still in there.
Oh, cool. Cool.
But Donnie's out.
Dylan's got a chance.
Dylan's got a chance still to win for a 3rd time. And here we are. We have just double jinxed Dylan.
Look at Paragon's comment.
Make a VC podcast for Zach to listen to it. That's actually really good.
That's funny.
All right, I'm gonna get to 24 names left, and then because that's twice 12, so we'll see.
I used to listen to.
No, Hilsey, you made it so far. And you tried so hard, and you got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. All right, that's 24 left. So what we got? Skywalker Hendricks, Lance Beer, Luke, Travis Elliott, H-Town Ray, John Wilkerson, Benjamin Martinez, Brian Eobatius, I like that name, Nick Randall, Scott Gregory, Tom Hill, Out of the Basement, Ian, Count Cardboard, Bill Fryer, Ethan, BA47, Jacob Burnett, Dylan Justice, Robin Rooster, Kirby Brock. Ethan is on there twice. Jose Gonzalez, Mark Knight, is that his only one on there?
I think so.
I think so. In case so the only person on here with doubles right now is Ethan. Everyone else just has 1, which makes it easier to choose. So let's knock a couple more out here.
Good luck, everybody, as we go down to the final stretch here.
Hilsey put in so much effort. It was a last minute $2 Patreon. Oh, Lance Peter Luke. I think that's out. I think Lance Peter Luke's out.
I still have to mail him my Ned B. It's been in the box in my car.
Oh, to get him to paint it?
Like a week and a half. Yeah. I feel bad because he wants to make a video. I feel like I haven't been to the post office yet. Though.
I bought an extra one when they were $20 so I could custom mine. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do it because I've got the next week off.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just do it as I might record one too, just to see how it is.
See, I was gonna attempt to do mine, and then Luke was like, "I'll paint y'all's," and I was like, "Okay, I'm not even gonna try now. I'm just gonna leave it to the expert, and I'm gonna tell him to take a year if he needs to." Like H-Town Ray, sorry to see it. Thanks for joining us last time. Whenever we brought
it was if you guys haven't watched or listened to that really episode, our birthday episode, we had a bunch of Patreon people on, and H-Town Ray joined us at the end, like to close us out, and it was pretty good. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right, we're gonna give one more spin here and take another assessment. Hey, Hilsey, we're happy to have you here for the Hangout and Laws. You know, it's one question. I love people either say in chat or in one of the comments somewhere, or we'll make a post. When's a good time since for the people that are in the 1138 tier that regularly watch a stream, what is a good time for you to watch us? Because we usually do it whenever it's convenient for us since we're recording, which just means like for you, if you're free when we're recording, cool. But if you're not, that kind of sucks. So like what's a good, we'll try to do it regularly so you can kind of plan around it. But give us what's a good time for you to watch us. What do we got? Skywalker Hendricks, Travis Elliott, Benjamin Martinez, Brian Evasius, Nick Randall, Scott Gregory, Tom Hill, Out of the Basement, Ian, Count Cupboard, Bill Fryer, which is my grandpa's name. I think I say that every time. BA47, Jacob Burnett, Dylan Justice, Robin Rooster, Ethan again, Jose Gonzalez, and KC Texas. Okay. So that's 19. So we got a couple more. We're down to the wire.
Yep. We're getting here. We're down to the wire. Out? Travis Elliott is
so the
out.
Only one I have to worry about is Ethan is on here twice. Everyone else is
gone.
Is down to one. Yep. And this might be Ethan. Okay, we're not now. Everyone's down to one.
That's crazy.
That's
down
great.
To it.
How convenient for us because it just makes it so much easier to decide.
So how many do we have left from here on?
17. So we have 5 more eliminations before we start picking winners. No, Jose. You were so close.
Jose. And I'm gonna at the bottom of our notes, I'll write the winners.
Thank you. Yeah.
So if they get first, that's it's
so funny if Dylan wins again. Yes.
So the first, when it's the final 12 and we spin, that person is number 12, right? Because it's the Wheel of Death. Right.
Yeah, we're doing this a little different tonight because we figure it's so close to Christmas. There's like a party, like 9:00 at night. We didn't want to do the weekend because we figured people might have real plans for the weekend. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So one more elimination.
You, thanks for coming.
Yeah. Hey, Jim. Thanks for hanging out. And everyone else is a winner. And no offense, I hope out of the basement. No, it's not out of the basement. All right. Those guys get a figure. Okay. Wait. No, we have one more elimination. Sorry. One more elimination. And then everyone else is a winner.
Can we just automatically say it's out of the basement?
No,
can't do that.
I'm being fair. Everyone's playing by the same rules.
Yeah, they have paid.
They have paid to be here. They deserve a toy. Oh, Brian. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. That sucks. You were right on the cusp. That's the last elimination. Yeah, everyone else on the list is going to win something. Now we're just going to pick the order in which you are picking your toy. So the person that gets eliminated next gets the whatever figures left, basically. So we got Skywalker Hendricks, Benjamin Martinez, Scott Gregory, Tom Hill, Out of the Basement, Ian, Count Cardboard, Bill Fryer, Ethan, BA47, Dylan Justice, and Robin Rooster TK420. Dylan keeping his 100% win rate for our giveaways.
He is the GOAT.
All right. Well, let's see who gets to pick. I'm so sorry, Brian. That was real close. Anyways, by the way, Brian is so cool. He's actually bought a bunch of my figures from me, like that I think, Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're the one that bought the backpackless tech from me when I replaced it, which I regret doing now because tech's been on sale so many times. I wish I had just waited a couple months, but I can't do it because I can't not have an accessory like that. Anyways, let's do this. Top 12. Let's see how we do it. On the 12th day of Christmas,
who
my
is it gonna
true
be?
love gave to me.
Let's put OOTB at the bottom.
Oh, so cool. Oh. Okay, so BA47 came in 12th. All right.
Please let us know your real name.
We'll just message them on Patreon.
Yeah.
I think I also sent you the Droids Boba Fett, right? My extra one.
Dylan
Number 11. On the 11th day of Christmas, Dylan effed right off. There we go. All right. So this is number 10.
Yep. I'm writing them as we go.
Thank you.
So we remember. Count cardboard.
Cardboard. So this whole process of getting figures out to the winners might take us a little while because we have to get in contact with the people, find out which one they want,
I wouldn't expect to get them until I'm probably not even going to worry about the post office until January. Because
honestly, I'm not going to touch the post office until January. So whoever wins these, you're going to get them, but it will probably be like a month.
Yeah.
Tom Hill. All right.
And we haven't gypped anybody. Like everybody's gotten their figures from previous.
Nope. Everyone. Yeah, absolutely.
Assuming they gave us the right address. I know we've known them.
I sent it to wherever you gave me the address for.
Scott Gregory.
Oh my God. If Out of the Basement wins, I'm going to be so mad.
If I'm going to number one pick, we're sending them the Black. I'm sending Justin the Black Chrysanthemum if they get. I'm
just going to shit in a box and send it to him.
If they get number one pick, we're just going to send them the Black Chrysanthemum.
That's what you get. You just get Black Chrysanthemum.
I don't think they have that.
Ian. All right, Ian. All right, number 6.
Who's it gonna be?
Ethan.
All right, we got top 5 now.
5 gold rings.
They can forward the 100 to your address.
See, there you go.
Yeah, that's smart. Skywalker
Hendricks.
Be sure to put it in all caps. How it is. Top 4. Out of the Basement made top 4. You have to be kidding me. There they are. Oh. All right.
Number 4. All right. They're not even here. They're not even here to claim their prize.
They did have the first comment though.
They did, but they got out. Robin Rooster.
All right, now we're at top 2. Who's it gonna be? This is
Bill
a Wheel
or
of
Benjamin.
Death, so
Bill or Benjamin. Looks like it's gonna be Benjamin for number 2 and Bill for number 1. Congrats to
Benjamin was the person that tried.
Yes, Benjamin was the person that was going to have 4 entries, which again, clever. I appreciate it.
And that was like a couple of days ago, so
it was. No, it was good. Yeah,
and got number 2.
Absolutely.
Bill Fryer gets
number 1.
Heck yeah.
Cool. Well, that was good fun. Congrats to the winners for our holiday giveaway. Again, give us some time to get those out because we'll have to contact the winners in order, figure out what they want, and then, send emails out once they figure that out, stuff like that. It was easy just to send it all out when there were only like 3 winners, but there's 12. So, and I will say, I'll give people a week. If we, for some reason, if we send you a message on Patreon and it's been like over a week and you haven't responded back to it, we're just going to move on. We'll figure out who is the next winner or whatever. Like, we can just go back and look at the tape.
All the Patrons who didn't win and just pull them out of a hat or something.
We'll just send it to
somebody who was
Brian.
Here.
Brian was number 13. I know that. So if for some reason one of these 12 people doesn't, Brian goes back on the list. This is the closest I've been to a Hunter figure since I ordered one from Amazon and they sent me a Hunter pin. I could only return it and not exchange it. That sucks. That sucks a lot. I'm sorry. I will say this: we had a Hunter to give away on our last giveaway. I think we had 6 figures to give away, or was it 4 or 6? It was 6.
Was something like that. It was it 3
but Hunter was the one who was picked the last. Like the last person that won got Hunter,
and then right after that, like the market on that figure went through the roof for some reason.
Yeah, so I feel like we've got some decent figures to give away. We'll we get a little celebration whiskey in there. Thanks for playing. We're gonna jump into the episode, but really before we do that, I just want to say Merry Christmas. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you stay for the actual episode that's going to be in here. If you guys want to, feel free to comment. We'll respond.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you'll probably be in the episode because I usually like to keep that stuff in the episode.
Yeah, and it is a holiday hangout, so we do we want this to be maybe a little more interactive than the normal show.
Yeah, for sure.
So
also, and this is just a fun plug, if you enjoy this and you want to do it more, consider joining our tier at 1138. The Cantina, is it the band member?
Band
I think
member,
is what it is. Yeah. And we do this. We record at least twice a month, so you can join us at least twice a month. But we occasionally, Luke, you didn't win shit. Sorry.
You didn't win, buddy.
You didn't win, but Out of the Basement did. So I don't know. You can knock them out and take it or something. So, cool. Anyways, that's enough tear jerking. Okay, Luke's out. Bye, Luke. I love Luke. That guy's so great.
The best.
Yeah, if you guys like Out of the Basement and Luke, they're going to be on the next episode. We're going to have a whole shill squad start of the year.
I think we're waiting on Justin. He's the last one. He hasn't.
He's the last holdout. He might. Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. We'll do it without him.
We'll do it without him. I'm okay doing it without him. Yeah, but that's true. Out of the basement, literally one shit. Anyways, I just genuinely want to thank you guys for supporting us. We do this because we want to give back to you guys for supporting us. It means a lot to us. There are a lot of costs and things like that go into doing this podcast, and a lot of time. Like it's a lot of time to edit and post and write stuff and think things and then hosting. So it's nice to not have to pay for any of that stuff because you guys support us. So genuinely, from the bottom of my cold 3 sizes too small black grinchy heart, thank you.
Yep, we greatly appreciate it. So
very much. Merry
Christmas. And it's just crazy just looking back. The Patreon has grown so much in 2022.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a good point. Yeah. We are 6 members away from hitting 50, and we said back at the middle of the year that we would do a giveaway when we hit 50 or when the end of the year came for a holiday thing, whichever came first. But if we hit 50, guess what? We're gonna do another giveaway.
Yeah, well, I might as well. I got a drawer of figures that.
Me too.
I don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
So might as well give them to the Patreon
when
members.
We hit 50, I think with Hillsy we only need 5 more. When we hit 50, we will be doing another giveaway. And then I think after that, every 25 that we get, we'll be doing a giveaway for every quarter of 100. So why not? Unless we get crazy, we blow up and then, we suddenly jump up and I don't know. Like I'm not, don't hold me to it, but things could get weird. But yeah, so thanks for your support and we want to give a little bit back. So congrats to the 12 people that won. We hope you genuinely
and if you didn't win, better win or better luck next time.
Yep. This is our 3rd giveaway and we've only been going for like a year and a couple months. So I would say it's pretty regularly giving away things for the most part, considering we only do 2 episodes a year or a month. I mean,
yeah, James, I don't have clothes in my drawers. I just have you open it.
You open up his chest of drawers, all figures, just all Black Series. Yeah,
I got a walk-in closet. It's just nothing but extra figures for.
Yep.
I got Hasbro in my pocket, so.
Yeah, that's see Benjamin. That's smart.
There you go. Yeah,
that's smart. Great. All right. Well, I think that's it for the Patreon portion of this episode. Let's get started into the actual episode. Shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hi there. I'm Mike, and you are listening to episode 35 of Black Series Cantina Holiday Hangout. For the people joining us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Google Podcasts, wherever you're listening to us on, welcome. Hi, how are you? On our Patreon, we just did a fun giveaway. So I'm just doing a little A little plug if you want to join our Patreon and the fun festive giveaways and / joining us when we do live recordings like this. You can do that. It's fun. Isn't that fun, my co-host Zach?
It absolutely is. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to the Black Series Cantina listeners. We just had a blast doing the giveaway. We gave away 12 action figures.
Black Series specifically.
Black Series action figures to our Patreon members of all levels. It doesn't matter what tier you are. You get you at least get one entry.
We should do
whatever you want. Yeah.
We should do an April Fool's giveaway because I have one vintage
collection
figure.
I will buy a vintage collector
just to do a vintage collection giveaway for April Fools. I think we just came up with that right now.
I'm down for that. Every year on April Fools
we'll do a vintage collection giveaway. There you go. I think that's actually a fun thing that I just came up with right now. So
I am gonna buy the absolute worst TVC figure I can find.
Just the peg warming ones, the Landos and the Axe Woves and I think one of the Walmarts close to me still has a bunch of Endor Leias.
But honestly, according to what some people on Instagram say, you can't find TVC figures on shelves because they sell so fast and well. So I might not even be able to find one, if that's true.
That's so not true. Every Target
it's not
around
like every time I go to the Walmart and Target, I see it like 11 Axe Woves on the shelf.
This vintage collection is peg warming just as hard as the Black Series right now.
But this is our holiday hangout episode. We wanted to do a giveaway to celebrate the holiday season and Patreon members. So we got a great episode. Cool. We got a reveal or two.
Yeah, we do. We have some deep discussions to talk about.
We got some great conversation topics coming later on. Yeah. So
and just keep in mind that we plug our Patreon because we don't do ads. We have been approached to doing ads on this podcast because, believe it or not, enough people listen to this podcast that people want to actually put ads in it, and we say no ads.
Yeah, screw that. There's nothing worse than listening to
ads. No
podcast.
Speaking of which, this episode is brought to you by Best Fiend. I'm just Surfshark.
Jokes on you, listeners.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That was a joke. Not sponsored.
I'm every time I drink my Coke, I'm putting the logo.
Oh, same with my Rockstar. Yes,
yeah.
Drink delicious Rockstar. It really gives you energy. I like fruit punch, but not watermelon. Guys that make Rockstar, if you're listening to me, watermelon is probably the worst flavor I have ever had in my entire life. I wish I could have ripped my tongue out of my body after I tasted it. It was that.
I feel like I almost said Walmart. Watermelon flavored stuff in general is just kind of terrible.
I don't like unless it's a Jolly Rancher. I'm okay with
Jolly Rancher. Yeah.
Before we move on, I want to point out I do have my micro. I just pulled my microphone in front of it. I'm wearing my Out of the Basement shirt right here that was sent to me by the Out of the Basement gentleman. I know the people listening can't see it, but the people watching can. If people watching and listening want one too, they can head over to Out of the Basement store or something. I don't know. They're not ours, but I like them. They're our friends, so I'll plug them. But I believe that you're wearing a really cool shirt.
I'm about to die.
Okay, I just killed Zach. I'm sorry, everyone. I killed Zach by trying to get him to plug our merch.
Cut this. I am wearing a Fine Edition T-shirt, which you can order from our merch shop. You can also get a Black Series Cantina coffee mug if you want to support the show that way. Please do so. But this shirt is my second favorite shirt that we have.
What's your first favorite shirt?
I like the Rancor is just too
the Rancor. The RIP Rancor. Yeah,
2021.
That's
just so clever. Yeah.
That was one of my best ideas.
Yeah, that's such a good one. So
yeah. Hilsey says that this episode is brought to you by the letters TV and C, and Brian Eovacious says also the numbers 3, 7, and 5. You get TVC 3-7. You guys get it?
Yeah,
I get it.
Ban both of them from the Patreon.
All right, banned. Sorry, guys. I don't make up the rules. That's just the rules. All right. Well, I think that's enough rambling and bambling. Should we get into Fine Editions, which is the first thing we always talk about?
Absolutely.
I'll let you go first.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to make you big so you can give us the goods.
What size is this mug?
It's mug sized.
It's standard.
It's like a standard
I don't know,
mug.
like It says made in China. I don't know if that helps on the bottom.
It's 1 coffee large.
I mean, I have a Coke here. I can pour in the Coke so you can see how many
how much of a 12-ounce Coke that can you put in there? Yeah. We also, fun fact, we do baby onesies as well. We have a couple different shirts that our graphics designer Sean has made for us with some of his ideas, some of our ideas. And one of my favorites is that fine edition shirt that he is wearing, but it's a baby onesie. So if you know anyone that's having a baby, get them a baby onesie.
Yeah, because that is fine. They are fine editions.
That is the finest edition. Absolutely.
So I'll start off with something non-Star Wars. I got the animated Spider-Man today, Marvel Legends.
This is the one you sent us pictures of?
Yeah, they shipped it in a freaking bag. So overall, the plastic's fine. The card is straight. But, I mean, this could have happened before shipping, but I kind of doubt it.
Sure.
This corner is just, absolutely shredded. And the one down here, is all messed up. But overall, it's not bad. So happy to finally
Are you going to open that?
Well, I wanted to keep it on card, but I hate looking at this corner. But I might have to open it. But I feel like if I open this, I got to open the symbiote Spider-Man I have
legally. You have
to go with it, and then the Venom. So
I don't know. Is the symbiote Spider-Man hanging on the wall, or is it sitting on a shelf?
I just have it sitting on the top of a shelf.
You can just put the regular Spider-Man in front of it. Like, you don't have to open it. You can just display them together.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. But yeah, finally excited to get that. It's just so cool how it comes with the flat webs.
Yeah,
I guess for
the
and actually has
the Japanese. Yeah, Japanese Spider-Man came with those webs too.
Yeah, so those are a very fine addition, and people have been wanting wall crawl hands on Spider-Man for a while, and they rarely include them for some reason because even though Spider-Man crawls on walls all the time, but they just only do the flip hands or whatever you call them. All right, moving on to Black Series. So this one will be surprising to people that I haven't. I guess this one came out when I was getting back in to Black Series, but it just never was a high priority for me to get. And I've been watching a lot on eBay and Mercari, and I haven't really seen it under $30. But I made an offer on one I saw for like $29, and I got it for like $27 loose. It said it was loose, but it came in the box, even though it was previously open. Included all the accessories. I'm talking about Tebow. So I finally got an Ewok on the shelf.
Just in time to get more Ewoks.
Exactly. That's what made me finally pull the trigger, and I got him for a pretty good price, I think, considering what
it was really weird. He came out in 2021, and he was the only Ewok on the line for like going on 3 years. 2 years.
Yeah.
Like it's really weird.
It's really weird how they just left him alone. But so I guess it's good timing for me because I got Paplu and Wicket coming out. So, but this figure, how does nobody talk about this figure?
He's great.
This is fantastic. I opened this and I was like, why does nobody ever talk about this? How great this figure is. Like just the detail in the hog hat he wears and the necklace, and he has the little knife that actually goes into the little holster for it, and
I wish his horn were removable because he's the one that blows the horn. Yeah,
that'd be nice. Maybe Luke can design one or something. That'd be cool. But yeah, like the dead eyes, like all black, and it's just
there's I love shark Ewok eyes.
Yeah, I absolutely love this figure. Like it is fabulous, and nobody ever talks about how great Tebow is. Whenever you talk about what are your top 10 figures or whatever. I'm not sure if I'd put him in my like overall top 10, but for what he is absolutely fantastic. Next, I don't know.
Here's a question before you move on. Yep. When you do a top 10, is it any 10 that you pick up in the year, or is it just 10 figures that came out that year?
That Hasbro released.
Okay, that's how I do it too.
Because I feel like I've picked up figures that come out in previous years.
Yeah,
I feel like that would count to like the 2021 or 2020, whenever that specific figure came out. So I would say whenever Hasbro officially released it.
Okay. Yeah.
Next up, I was at GameStop and I saw this for $13. what game was it? Force Unleashed Imperial Senate Guard. So for $13, something I didn't have to go on the shelf.
Easy peasy.
And then unfortunately, it was the only one they had, and the lightsaber was like super warped. So I'm gonna have to heat that up and get it back in place. Next, I'll do, RIP Dorkside Toys. But I got my 2 elite clone troopers, what they called? Yeah, elite squad troopers. One, I'm not going to open, maybe a future giveaway. You never know. And then this one, I opened this one. I gave him like the longer clone blaster since the other one has the regular one. And then I finally got the Walmart Halloween Wookiee.
Where'd you get it from? Oh, did you get yours from Walmart?
Yeah, they didn't cancel mine.
All right.
It's kind of funny and unfortunate, not too funny, but Yak Face and everyone was posting how they were canceling these figures, and then I went in my email and it said mine shipped like the same day.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh geez, so I just got really lucky with mine.
The timing of that was so weird because I recorded and posted my my review for that figure, and then all of that canceling shipping stuff happened the day after.
Yeah,
like I had no idea.
Oh, yeah,
When I posted it, I started seeing everyone's like, "Oh, they canceled my Wookiee," or they shipped my Wookiee, and I'm like, I just posted a review because I ordered mine from Big Bad Toy Store like a month ago.
So. You're also probably capitalizing on all those like people YouTube like typing in Walmart Halloween Wookiee and then seeing your video. And I also today, fortunately, I got it shipped with the animated Spider-Man. I got the Purge Trooper Phase 2 from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Absolutely adore this figure. The pauldron was a little flat, so you got to kind of bend it over the shoulder to make it look a little more natural, in my opinion. But the black and the red, like the red just really pops. There's a really cool like little red dot on the right side of his chest. I love that this is the clone body, but mixed with the Stormtrooper. Really interesting look. So
I like the helmet too. It's a good looking.
Yeah, the helmet is awesome. I did originally have 2 of these ordered, and then I canceled that order, and I paired it. I was like, I don't need 2 of those. I paired it with the animated Spider-Man so I could get free shipping and get one of each. But I really regret not picking an extra one up now because I want one without the pauldron. Like one on each side of the Grand Inquisitor or whatever, or the Inquisitors. So eventually, hopefully, I find one in a Walmart or it goes back up online. Is it? I'm not sure if it's sold out or not online.
I actually don't know. Yeah,
but I don't want to like pay for Walmart shipping because it's kind of expensive. So hopefully, I find one in store eventually to get a second one. And then I finally added this back to the collection. If you follow me on Instagram or if you're on the Facebook page, I posted this.
That's a good plug for our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group,
yes.
Black Series Cantina Facebook. You can join us there and talk to us.
I finally got this back since I got a little work bonus, so I decided to. Oh no, it wasn't the work bonus. I got a nice hefty.
No, it was your shield bonus.
It was my Amazon money coming through. Look at that. The Shadow Squadron is back on the shelf. I very, very regret selling this a long time ago. And it's just like it brings warmth to my heart, especially in the holiday season. Got this back on the shelf.
How much did you sell that for back in the day? Do you remember?
Probably, easily like one something, at least like 130, 140.
How much did you buy that for?
I got an offer because I was watching one that was 140 or 144. I got an offer for 125. Next day, got my Amazon payment or Entertainment Earth payment, like $95 or something. And I was like, that basically just means the Shadow Squadron is like $30 or so. So
yeah. Well, I'm just saying you also made money on it then because you sold it for more than you bought it for. So
exactly. But it's also like I had the other one would have been like a little sentimental because I found that one for retail at Target when it came out.
Yeah.
But it's still a great set. I'm glad to finally have it back in the collection. So yeah, that's all I got. I wanted to save that one for last because I absolutely adore this set. it's been a big hole. It's an absolute grail. So it's just been a big hole in my collection ever since I started getting back into the figures. So
yeah, I feel like that's that set right there is one of those signs of a serious collector, a serious Black Series collector, because you either have been collecting it since it came out when you got it for retail or around retail, or you paid big money to get that set, essentially.
Yeah.
Big money for a Black Series set, but yeah.
Yeah, I was so like, I just remember I found it in Target in Bowling Green, when I was going to college, and $40 at that time, or was it 40? I think it might have been 60. I can't remember.
I think it was
I think it was 60.
70 or 80. I think it was more than that.
I think it was 60. I think
the Biker Scout
was
sold for itself by 40. Yeah, and the figure, I'm pretty sure it's 60. Yeah, it's probably 60.
Yeah, so $60 for a college kid at that time was kind of a little tough, but I did it. I pulled the trigger on a lot of it, on like pretty much all of them back then. So it's just been such a big hole, and I had to add to it. I knew I was going to get it one day. Now the Shill Squad can't tease me for not having
it. You've taken that joy from us to be able to tease you, because we all have one except for you, but now you have one. So
it's actually, I'm going to give you all that privilege back. So it's for sale now. It's for sale.
Thank you.
It is not. It is not included in the next giveaway. I'm saying it is not. That is not a giveaway figure.
Well, Brian Neobacious wants it. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, you can find some good deals. Like you found for like 140, and then make an offer for like 125, 130. I got this for 125, so I thought that was like too good to pass up.
Pizza the Hut's joining us. Arrived late, but got here. Landspeeder Luke's still hanging out, so I guess he didn't really leave. Just a little shout out to the people watching us and chatting right now. We got Hilsey, Dinkchez, Landspeeder Luke, Brian Neobacious, Pizza the Hut. Who else we got? Beardy McBeardyson. Those are the people chatting right now.
Shout it.
Yeah.
Shout it.
So thanks for chatting. But yeah, so it's my turn. Is it my turn now?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
A great fine edition.
I'm gonna bookend non-Black Series things in between a bunch of Black Series things.
Cool.
So first, I have the HasLab Victory Saber. Yeah, I'm gonna get this in front of the camera here.
Paragon's still here.
He's pretty big. Paragon's still alive. That's good. So this is the HasLab Victory Saber. It's a transformer. It was like $180 for a HasLab, and I was like, yeah, why not? He's not perfect. Just a quick rundown. A lot of them have QC issues, and being a HasLab, it seems like Hasbro's just like, like if you email them, like the people legit were missing like swords from them. They just weren't in the box, and Hasbro's just like, I don't know what to do. So it's like, thanks, Hasbro. Thankfully, mine is fine. Absolutely fine. Like, it's got a couple of scuff marks on this little gold paint right here, but other than that, like, he's fine. I like him. I don't know if he was worth 180, but he sells for like 350, 360, 400 aftermarket now since he was a HasLab. So definitely worth the money that way. So there's that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Did you buy two of those to make your money back on one?
My second one is right here. And
Nice.
I already have a buyer for it. So
nice.
It basically, I'm selling it. So like, I didn't pay any money for it. I'm just selling that one for twice the price, and I got mine for free.
And yeah, so for people who think that is scalping, it's absolutely not scalping. You have the option to buy one, and they will make you one. You're not.
Yeah, it was made to order. You can't scalp made to order products. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into some Black Series. Let's do. I got the. I don't think I had this on the last one. I got the Aldor mission, Cassian Andor. He's out of the box because I did a review on him. Same thing with the with this guy. I don't know if I were on the last ones. Were they? Did I do them on the last ones?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think you did.
I don't think so either.
But I did the officer guy.
Yeah.
I thought it.
That's right. You said it was ass. That's right.
This is ass.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I thought.
And Robin Rooster thought that was hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I actually have done a review on these now. If you want to go on my channel and watch them, so I reviewed all 4 of the Andor figures. So I guess plug the I got both of these from Return of the Nerd, which is a store that Landspeeder Luke turned me on to. He's a guy from Taiwan, and on Black Friday, these were two of my Black Friday purchases. They were $18 a piece, and that was shipped. Like there wasn't any extra shipping or anything. So $18 a piece for these, and I canceled the ones I had on order from Walmart. So way better. So if you want to, he doesn't always have good deals, but he's a cool guy. And the way, since I guess Taiwan, you can't have like an online store. So the way it works is you email him or message him with what you want to buy. And then he makes you a little like video of him packing it up and sends you a
like
bill,
a personalized video.
Yeah. He sends you a personalized video and a bill that an order number you have to just pay on like PayPal. And it was simple. And coming from Taiwan, it actually got here pretty fast.
Yeah, I've heard really great things about like his shipping speed and all that.
Yeah, the other thing I got from him was, I haven't opened it still, but the 3-pack, because I got it before from Amazon, the Mandalorian 3-pack with Grogu, Mando, and Ahsoka, but that was like 80 bucks, and he had it for 42. So I ordered it from him and returned the one from Amazon that I got. And then a day later, Amazon also put theirs up for $42. But either way, you
supported a small business.
I supported a small business and didn't give Jeff Bezos money. And that's all I care about. The only difference is all of his products have these little Taiwanese stickers on the back. But it's not a KO because like they haven't KO'd these, but it's because it comes from Taiwan.
It kind of just makes it a little more unique too.
I think so too. Let's see. I guess we'll keep with the inbox stuff. I got 2 Phase 2 troopers. The ones that I ordered from Amazon came, not Amazon, Walmart. And Walmart, then also, I ordered because they were in stock. It didn't say like pre-order or anything. It said in stock on Walmart.com. So I ordered a third, and that one got here a day before the 2 I had on pre-order from Walmart for a year came in.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah. But I had to pay shipping on that one because if you order 2, you get free shipping. Yeah. And so I saw when I did a return, I saw they also would return the shipping. So I returned that one. I know there are people out there that probably would want it, but I'm like, I'd rather not spend $40 on a figure.
Yeah.
Because that's how much it was after shipping. Another thing I picked up, not new, but I picked it up, is this Phase 1 Clone Trooper. It says $30 on here, but I got it for half off because I was at a local toy store and they were having a half off everything sale. If you're in the San Diego area, Toy Addicts, run by John Shan, cool guy. He like literally 90% of his stock was 50% off. And if it wasn't 50% off, it was 20% off. So it was a good deal. In fact, there was one piece I was carrying around. He had for $40, which means it was $20 that day. It was that 2-pack with Last Jedi Luke and Rey. The San Diego Comic-Con 2-pack. And I almost bought it just to have it. But like I have both those figures. You know, I don't need those figures. It would literally just be me spending $20 to have a unique release on them that I would immediately just put in my closet and never look at again. So I decided not to.
Probably the smart move.
And I'll get in. We'll talk about more. Yeah, we'll talk about more why later. But of all the ones he had, this was the only one really that was an army builder, not like an individual figure. And I was like, okay, I'll buy this one. So
hey, Caleb Clone Command, he's finally here.
Hey, Caleb.
All of your entries got eliminated so fast.
Like immediately.
We felt terrible. We feel terrible about it.
Like immediately. You can go back and watch the replay. It felt real bad. I'm sorry, bud.
Yeah.
The last inbox figure I've got is the one that just came a couple days ago. This is the Credit Collection Mando. And I think this might be my favorite looking Credit Collection.
It actually looks pretty sick.
The box looked like the box art looks great because he's like flying on his jetpack and whatnot. I like the coloring and everything on him. He's got his jetpack back there. So yeah, I really like this one.
You know what bothers me about that figure though?
What?
If you look at like the chest and the leg armor and all that, there's so much weathering detail on there. Like the brand looks like he's dirty. Can we just get a little bit more of that on normal figures, like normal mainline figures? Like, come on, Hasbro.
No, I agree.
Put a little bit of that weathering, like on the Hunter figure that looks a little plain plastic. You know, those Bad Batch figures.
Yeah, totally. Okay, and now the piece de resistance, the cool thing that I'm going to show off.
The cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop. The cream always rises to the top.
I was wondering if you were going to know.
Oh, no. I love me some Macho Man. Are you kidding me? I don't really follow wrestling, but that Macho Man was great. Anyways, Toy Snowman, someone that I met when I visited Montreal back in November, sent me a message at the beginning of December saying that he had, was it Wave 34 in, and wanted to know if I wanted it. And he gave it to me for $160 shipped. So I took him up on that.
Without the Kenobi too.
Without the Kenobi. So I have to have an extra Kenobi. Yeah. So, you know, it was 7 figures for $160. Great deal. Compared to what figures are now. He gives free shipping for anything over, I think, $100. So if you want if you want to deal with a great guy, solid collector, go check out Toy Snowman. But he got me all of Wave 34. So I'm not doing these in any order. They're just the ones that are closest to me. But I have
good old Ayla Sakura.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, is it not focusing? It's focusing on my face. Ayla Sakura here. She is good. I feel like her legs are a little skinny for her body, but she's good.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. Out of the Basement had that. I think as their top 10. I think number 8 or 7 or 8. I think.
Yeah, she's good. But I don't know if she's top 10.
I'm really interested to see if it's a top 10 figure for me when I get her.
I got the Grogu here, who they really could have come up with some more stuff for this Grogu.
Yeah.
G-Fan Bam, welcome to the party. Thanks for joining us. Also, Kirby Brock, what's up? Yeah, Toy Snowman is great. This Grogu would have been cooler if he came with more stuff. That extra head, like I did pop the extra head on from the Arvala 7 Grogu. It's a little tough to pop on and off, and I'm thinking maybe that's why they didn't include the extra head, because it's real hard to get it in and out.
Like, I remember you texting us that you like really, really struggled.
Yeah. I wish he came with maybe the wall of fire or the little dome. There's just a lot of things that he could have come with, like the frog lady's egg thing or whatever, you know. It's not a great release for the price, for sure. One of my favorites from the line, from the wave, is the Grand Inquisitor, though.
Look at that bad boy.
He's just so regal. I love his weapon storage is just miles ahead of
the fifth brother,
because he doesn't have that giant peg. He just has 2 little pegs that go in there, and it works just fine. He doesn't need a giant thick peg to do it. So kudos to Hasbro on getting that. Love the cloth cape. Love the likeness.
Yeah, that maroon cape really, really pops.
It just looks so good.
And a quick point, they're designing the Fifth Brother and the Grand Inquisitor around the same time. So why did they even bother with the really thick peg on a Fifth
I don't
Brother?
know.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
They announced them at the same time. Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They're only just a couple, a wave apart.
They're a wave apart. Yeah,
a wave apart. They're doing designing all those at the same time and just spacing them out. Come
on. Next, I've got the Magistrate Grief Karga, who's actually a pretty good figure. He's a much better likeness than the first release of Grief Karga. And he's definitely he's my go-to. I might take the other one off my shelf just because I'm getting to the point where I've got too many things on my shelf.
Yeah.
And I have to start picking and choosing who to display. And I think the first one's going to come off and that one's going to replace it. Next, we're going into some of my favorites. We have Axe Woves, who is great. I mean, if you have the
Death Watch Mando,
this is just that but different and still great.
Yeah.
So I like him.
Yeah, his colors are cool, the blue and black. His 100%. Chest is black, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of like a darker
darker,
gray.
yeah.
But yeah. Then we got season 1 Miggs Mayfeld, who looks like a G.I. Joe figure, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Love all the guns he comes with. Love his backpack gun, his dash rendar over the shoulder.
Is the articulation on the backpack gun, is that good?
It's okay.
It's
not gonna flop around. It's got a hinge here and a hinge at the base. There's nothing up here at the gun part, but it does what it needs to do. Like it's fine. Yeah. So
yeah, that's pretty sick. I'm looking forward to that one a lot.
Yeah. And then lastly, it's right here. Of course, we have season 7 Darth Maul.
There he is.
I did save this one for last because he's so good.
You have to.
Yeah, this is definitely the standout. Our first 100% brand new Darth Maul. Love it.
Hey, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you already willing to put that one in the Hall of Fame? I don't even have the figure yet, and I'm like, it's already Hall of Fame. I just know it is.
Yeah, but I feel like I shouldn't, just because I like to give it time. Like I don't like to go in and knee jerk. Yes, it's good, but like just because it's so fresh, I don't like to give snap judgments like that. So give it time. I'm gonna give myself a cooling off. Let it soak in.
We'll let it soak in.
Someone asked if my
does the helmet on your axe
it is loose. It is loose. It's definitely a loose fit. So it's kind of wobbly.
Yeah, as I say, it kind of looks like it's not meant for that head.
Yeah, there's no give to it. Oops. And that actually usually never happens, so that was weird. But it looks fine if it's just sitting on the shelf. Like it looks fine. But yeah, it's a little. Yeah, thank you, Pizza the Hut. Recency bias.
Yeah.
It's fine though. Like it is wobbly, but it doesn't look bad, and that's what matters to me.
Yeah.
So that is all my Black Series. I've got one more figure.
Drum roll. I don't know what it is, but oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. This dude is amazing.
So this is only some of the Father Christmas figura obscura on his moose. What I did was I opened the figure finally today to play around with him, and I noticed under the armor, under his robe, he has armor, like actual armor. And I was like, that's cool, but I just feel like Santa needs to be bigger. So I looked on my Mythic Legion shelf and grabbed a knight who has a bigger body. And one of the cool things with Mythic Legions is that it's very easy to snap the arms off, the legs off, the torso off. It all just pops off. So I took the head off.
Right?
Yeah, it's all interchangeable. So you can kind of you can kit bash your own figures. So I put the head and the robes on a knight body. Gave him a big ass axe. I put the little. He comes with so many accessories, and I'll be doing a video on him. It'll go up probably on Christmas Eve. But he comes like a little bag full of toys. He comes with an actual sack that actually has 2 knight helmets in it.
I saw that.
Yeah. And of course, I have him on Alder the Moose because I don't have a reindeer, but Santa needs to ride something, so I gave him a moose.
The moose is probably cooler than a reindeer, anyways.
I agree. So my idea is like this is the actual Santa Claus, like the badass, like riding a moose, getting his
Kris Kringle.
Yeah, exactly. The Kris Kringle. All of the soft goods on him is wired. The hood, the sleeves for his arms, the cape sides, all of it's wired so you can pose it. And that's really, really nice. I really, really love this figure. I'll be putting the original back together so I can do the review. But I think after I'm done, I might customize it back. Look. I might customize it back to this because it's not hard to do and it's really cool. But the soft goods is just mwah. So yeah, love it.
So, speaking of Mythic Legions, I've been after the last episode we had. I went down so many rabbit holes. I was like, he talks about this line a lot. I'm gonna actually look at what they have because a lot of times, like you show something that looks amazing, and I was looking at all they have, and I'm more attracted to the realistic. Shout out of the basement. They're finally here. You all won, by the way. You got a top 4 pick, which is crazy.
It's true.
Which is crazy.
Spoiler alert, you're picking Black Chrysanthemum and you're liking it.
Yeah, you don't really get a pick, sorry. But I was looking at like the list of their figures, and I'm more attracted to like the realistic type figures, like the knights and and all that type of stuff. And I had like 4 of them in my pre-order cart, and I had on Big Bad Toy Store, I had like 5 of them in my cart because they just looked so cool, and I was so close to ordering them, and I was like, do I really want to get into this line? And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy that 3D printer, and then so I'm gonna hold off on Mythic Legions for now because I almost jumped in, but now with 3D printing, that's where I'm gonna put some extra funds. So, but one day I might, yes, which we'll talk about a little later. But
yeah,
I was so close to like, I might still order like 1 or 2. I might not order like the full like 8 that I had in my cart because I was looking at the price of that and I was like, man, that's a lot of Black Series figures,
what you should do, order like 1 or 2 of the new wave that's coming out in like a year because you pay for them now. And then a year from now happens, and when they're shipping out the wave, and you're like, oh yeah, I've got toys coming. And it's like a fun little surprise that happens.
Yeah. I feel like this is the one. So I went to my Big Bad Toy Store cart to see which ones I had in there. I feel like I need the Dubin with the, you know what I'm talking about? The guy with he has like the bird, the eagle, or the falcon thing on his arm. Yeah. And then I feel like I need that guy for some reason. And I need that black horse they're coming out with to have him ride it. Sure. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm
getting the skeleton horse. No, no question.
The skeleton horse looks really cool. And then the Dark Templar guy just looks really cool. He's only $45 on BBTS. People think Black Series are expensive and there's a lot of repaints and reuse, but Mythic Legions is way more expensive and everything's a repaint or reuse. Yeah. It's called Store
but
Horseman,
it's fun,
right?
Yeah, storehorseman.com. Yeah.
I kind of want to look real quick, see what I have in my cart there. Remember?
Yeah, the current pre-orders don't end until like sometime in January.
Yeah, I had that line here. I don't remember my password right now, so I'm gonna do that later.
We can move into the news.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, Walmart canceled everybody else's holiday Wookiee
except for yours.
Got mine right here.
Yeah, it was weird waking up, and because I had recorded and edited the Walmart Wear Wookiee video, and I had it scheduled to go live at like 10 a.m. And I'm like waking up, and I remember posting like, "Hey, my video is going live, but I guess everyone's stuff is getting canceled. So enjoy my video of it, I guess."
Yeah, it was just so because I mentioned this earlier, but in Fine Editions, but Yak Face posted that they're canceling, and everybody was bitching about on Facebook pages and in comments like, "Yeah, they canceled mine too." And I looked at mine, it said it shipped. I'm like, so I guess they shipped them all, and they were like, "Well, we sold too many of these." So
yep,
freaking Walmart still having
freaking Walmart
issues.
Yeah,
them and Walgreens just really need to get it together.
But if you haven't gotten it, you can order that from Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, and then also the Walmart Holiday Trooper for Christmas. That one is now also up for order from Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. If you can't get one from Walmart, this is a guaranteed get.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the Biker Scout and with the Grogu in the sack, which is my favorite one. So if I didn't already have one from Lance, Peter, Luke, I would 100% be ordering mine that way.
And I really love like this year or the past couple months, they've started having things be exclusive somewhere else, and then they're hitting fan channel. So it's a really nice change.
I don't think it's a thing that's going to be permanent. I mean, what's happening? I think Yak Face explained this, but what's happening is they have them on order, and it takes them so long to get out. They're no longer on their system. So a lot of places like Walmart will release it. They'll like refuse it. Like it's too late. We don't want these because they're not going to sell. Like the holiday's already over. So instead of sitting on tons of them, they essentially refuse the shipments of them.
Yeah.
And then those shipments get purchased by Big Bad Toy Store. And
we saw this with some of the Walgreens clone troopers too, though.
Yes, the Walgreens clone troopers. Get some of the, I think some of the GameStop clone troopers.
Maybe? Yeah, I think. But so I'm hoping that it continues. We'll just have to wait and see. It's better for the community, for the collector.
Yes, more things should be fan channel exclusive. Fan channel. Yeah. If something's got to be exclusive, fan channel is the way to go.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, and for the people that don't know, fan channel just means everywhere that's not an actual store. So like collector stores, online stores like Toy Snowman or Big Bad Toy Store, places like that. Not basically just not Target, not Walmart.
Yeah,
no big box.
Amazon's not included.
Yeah, Amazon. Sometimes they are. Sometimes Amazon is included. Sometimes they're not, and it's really hard to tell when that is.
So Dorkside, yeah. So I didn't know this, and you have in our show notes. Dorkside, they die a few days early.
Yeah, so they had on the last episode we talked about how they were dying. The last day was the 18th.
It was the 18th, right?
Yeah. Then on the 12th, because I kept refreshing to see if they would put more stuff on sale because they had like the Darth Vader helmet.
Yeah.
They had the Rey lightsaber, and I'm like, if they put either of those on sale, I'm probably gonna buy them. So I had Dorkside up and I was refreshing it on the 12th at like the 5 o'clock in the evening, my time. I refreshed it and everything was gone. Like everything was gone off their website. There was nothing on their website. No, like the website was still there, but there was no product to order, even at full price. Just everything was gone.
Jeez.
So
Dorkside officially.
Yeah, they went out a little early on the website, but I just got a message today from someone on Instagram we talked about, and he was just at their physical store. They have one physical store in Tennessee, the Borough, I think they call it, and apparently they're open until Christmas Eve, and then they're closing. But they don't have any crazy deals. I think the shirts they have are like $10, and then it's like 20% off regular figures. So like $5 off a figure or whatever.
Yeah.
So nothing super crazy or anything, but they are still open. They are still doing business because he bought stuff today. And then that's it. So after, I guess on Christmas Eve, Dorkside is officially done, but for the most part, they're done.
Yeah, they were a bigger online store than.
Yep. They were my go-to for a while. I'm legitimately a little sad.
Yeah, I would order the case from them and EE.
Me too. Whoever got one first. Yeah. Yeah. But you know what sucks? They owe a lot of people a lot of money because a lot of people,
yes, they do.
A lot of people pre-ordered using PayPal from them, and basically because you pay up front on PayPal, and the people that did that, I don't know how they're going to get their money back because a lot of those pre-orders are way past the time to get a refund from PayPal. So I think they owe a lot of people money, and that sucks. I don't condone that. And honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to get my last order. It says it's on its way, but it hasn't moved in a couple days. But you got yours, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to get mine.
Yeah.
It has been a long time. Yeah.
If you don't get yours, I'll gladly send you the one that I have.
Oh, I'm good. I don't need it. Yeah. I'm so okay.
And they actually shipped it like super quality too. I was kind of surprised. I was expecting them to just throw it in a box and do no, you know, like packing or whatsoever.
Yeah, who are you going to complain to?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Like non-refundable, like whatsoever. But they went out with very good shipping, so I appreciate that at least. Even though I'm
good,
opening at least one of them. So, but let's move on to the reveals. So Hasbro officially finally revealed the 40th Gamorrean Guard. We've known about
the worst kept secret.
Literally the worst kept secret in all of Black Series collecting as of late. They've literally, I guess the first time we saw it was on the back of that Chewbacca box. Is that right?
I think so. And then it showed up at that Frankenstein store.
Yeah. And Luke was able to see that. So we've already talked about that whenever
he's a Target exclusive, just like Gamorrean Guard's always been, basically. So if you want one, you can pre-order it on Target. Target's website. I'm pretty sure they're still in stock.
But I do want to mention, whenever I guess it was officially revealed in EA Access's comments, people were like, "Oh, like another re-release, blah blah blah." This is a great 40th Return of the Jedi re-release. It's one of the best Black Series figures in the entire line, going all the way back to 2013. Agreed. Very sought after. It's the Return of the Jedi anniversary. Why wouldn't it be re-released? It's such an amazing figure, you know. Yeah. It's an exclusive, so it's not taking up a mainline slot since it's 40th. You know, you don't have to buy it if you don't want it. I just think it's a fabulous release. I'm probably
picking up a second builder
one
too.
Like, yeah, I'm picking up a second one because I need 2 for my.
I have 2. I might pick up one of these just to get 3 because he comes with 3 different weapons. Like there's 3 different weapon options for these. So I'm probably gonna buy one just to have a third. And yes, you're absolutely right. He is one of the best figures in the entirety of the Black Series. He was one of the first deluxe figures. I never actually saw one in store at Target. I got mine from someone who found one and sent it to me because they were hard to find when they first came out. And this is he was re-released online. Like, for instance, online retailers like Dorkside, which is where I got my second one, had a bunch because they were re-released. But
they were released like Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Revis,
but
I think
it's never been officially like rerun as like repackaged before, and it is a really good figure. So if you don't have a Gamorrean guard, you are doing your collection a huge disservice.
Yeah, it might not seem great, you know, when you're just looking at it online, but like in hand, it's just one of those.
Chunky.
It like pops off on the shelf, like big time.
He's got 2 axes and a giant spear.
Yep, I've been needing a second one, so this is just going to be. I was hoping to get it with the Rancor, of course, and I got to mention that again on the pod. But yeah, this is a great re-release, and so people just need to stop bitching about it. That's my personal opinion.
That's true.
Scorch. They revealed Scorch.
Finally.
They saved the best for last, in my opinion.
Oh, he looks so good. What they've done with this figure, like the other ones, they just have some extra paint and stuff on them. This one, they went an extra mile. It looks so good. And all people can complain about is that he comes in a new plastic-free packaging box.
I do feel a little bad for the inbox collectors that are going to have
not
the full
match.
Team, and you can't see he's not going to match. But I'm going to have the full open team. So for me, it's not a big deal at all. I know for you, it's not a big deal.
Nope. They're all 4 are gonna look great, just as great on my shelf.
Yeah. And I like how, like, with that, the new thigh piece and then the 2 extra pipes coming out of his backpack, he looks beefier. So he
looks a lot beefier.
He looks a little more accurate to what people would remember him as. So I think it's great, personally.
Yep.
I think he's easily the best one of the 4. So.
Hands down, the best of the 4. Best coloring, best looks. I can't wait to get him.
I still haven't found Fixer in a store yet because I didn't pre-order it.
You fool.
But I know. So I'm still on the hunt for Fixer. You know, maybe I'll order it from GameStop one of these days. Because now I feel like maybe in a couple of years, maybe the set will be like expensive if you don't get it now. Because if people buy the whole set, you know, it might be.
You'd be surprised how many peg warmers become hard to find after a while. I mean, Greedo and the slave Leia are just textbook examples of this. Back when they came out, they were peg warming. Nobody wanted one. Like, they were super discounted. Everyone's like, oh, Greedo, oh, slave Leia, they don't look great, whatever. Now, now they're worth tons on the aftermarket because they're old and a lot of new people are collecting. They weren't collecting back then. And what was a peg warmer now is highly sought after.
Yep. And the full team's just going to look so cool. I'm going to have those, I have some for those hexagon stands that Lance Sweeter Luke sent me. The ones I have now. Yeah. I'm going to use for the band, the Cantina band. But I do want to put that group, the Delta Squad, on those, and those will look really cool. So, yeah, I think that's all we have for reveals. Nothing too crazy since our last episode. But we do have some great discussion topics. And then, we do want this show to be a little more interactive than usual. So in the comments, if you want to suggest a topic for us to chat about, please do so, and we will. But first discussion topic. I bought a 3D printer. I finally got convinced the other day, and I made the purchase, and I bought, I don't know, 5 or 6 colors of filament. So
when's it coming?
December 28th is the estimated arrival. So I am so hyped to finally, sit down and get into this. A little nervous, it does seem a little daunting, but in Justin's video kind of that he did on Out of the Basement channel kind of like eased me up a little bit, got my anxiety away because he said it's not as daunting as it originally seems. But I'm just glad that I'm going to be printing stuff for my collection. I'm going to be printing stuff for Mike's collection. So it's going to be a great time. The first thing I'm going to try to tackle once I'm comfortable enough to start is that Grogu stone, because it seems, easy enough, for a beginner. So Land Speeder Luke, you will be receiving plenty of texts. So I appreciate your support, your future support. But yeah, I'm hyped. I'm
well, and don't think I didn't notice that the Black Series Cantina now supports Land Speeder Luke on Patreon.
Yeah, you're gonna benefit from that too. So
no, I'm not complaining. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to subscribe to Luke. I need those files. I've already downloaded. Of course. Yeah. I've already downloaded like 6 of his files into a folder on my laptop, and I downloaded the Cura, whatever like software that is. But I can't like play around with it until it wants me to set up a printer like on the start screen, so I can't go in there and like mess around. I thought I could, but I'm just really hyped to get into this. I think, the 28th it'll get here. So hopefully I'm printing relatively soon, and I'm hopefully not in 2 episodes. I get back on here. I'm saying, well, guys, I suck. I'm giving up.
Well, I burned my house down.
Right? That'd be terrible. So yeah, be on the lookout for, on my Instagram. I'll definitely be posting.
And if you guys don't know, odds are if you've seen any cool 3D printed stuff online that people are printing, most of the time that's Land Speeder Luke's design. So check out his Patreon. He's got a lot of really good stuff.
Look, Land Speeder Luke's already given me tips in the comments.
Look at that. Cura.
So apparently I can go in there and mess around.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll probably do that right after the show to try to get familiar with the software or whatever. But
so what convinced you to get one?
I got a profit sharing bonus from work, and I was like, okay.
I almost, no joke, a month ago or so, I got a huge check from a settlement from my last job. Like it was like $4,000.
Yeah.
And I used it to pay off credit card bills. But I almost bought a 3D printer with it. But my wife, she didn't say no, but she asked me, where am I going to put it? And I didn't have an answer. And she said, until you can answer that question, you cannot buy one. Essentially is what she told me. She didn't actually say that because she's really good at wording those things, but that was the gist of the conversation is if I don't have a spot for it, which makes sense.
That's a fair question.
It is a fair question. Yeah.
That's a fair question. And then, one day maybe you'll say, I got a spot. I'm buying it. Yeah. But hopefully I can print you enough stuff that you won't necessarily
print me a spot for it.
One. I'll print you a spot. I'll print you another segment of your house.
There you go.
But yeah, so I've always, ever since like we've like become closer friends with Luke, I've wanted one. I just haven't wanted to dive into it, and especially with time. But since sometimes I'll just be sitting there with my wife, like in the living room on a Saturday or Sunday, like with nothing to do. We don't have any kids or anything, so I'm just like, why am I not trying to 3D print stuff right now? And I haven't necessarily wanted to spend all the extra money and like buy the filament, on it when I'm like buying all these figures and other stuff and all that. So, but then I finally I got this profit sharing, and I was like, you know what? There's no better time to buy it. It's gonna be cold, these next couple months. I'm gonna be inside a lot, with this extra cash. I'll just use that, and so finally. And then Justin's video did help. Like with when him again talking to him saying it's not as daunting as it seems when you get it. Like the hardest part's probably setting it up and leveling the bed and just like learning how to do it, and then once you do it, it's just a little plug and play. So I'm very excited. I'm thrilled. Just hopefully I don't suck at it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you won't.
We'll see.
If Justin can figure it out, you can figure it out, Zach.
Yeah, I feel like I'm smart enough. I graduated college. I feel like I can do this, but I'm also kind of like anxious. Like,
yeah, because you've never done it before.
I'm advertising to a lot of people that I'm buying a 3D printer, and then in 2 months, people are gonna be like, "He hasn't."
Where's your 3D printed stuff?
He must suck. Yeah. So
yeah.
It gives me anxiety, but hopefully I can print some cool things, and we'll see.
Well, good luck to you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's one of those things, like it's hard for me as a toy collector to spend money on things for my toys that aren't toys.
Yeah.
Because like every time I'm like, sure, I could buy a new shelf or lights or whatever, but I can also just buy new figures. It's like it's hard to spend
that's one of the
that
things.
Money.
Yeah. That's one of the things, and it's just like, especially, and we'll get into this here in a second, with the price increase of figures and the amount of figures that are coming out, it's just, it can be a little tight, and you don't want to spend all that money. I told my wife, I was like, hey, I bought something with my bonus, and I told her what I bought, and she said, we've been needing a regular printer and don't have one, and you brought a 3D printer? And I was like, I'm sorry, there's no
To be fair, regular printers are dirt cheap. Go to Staples and pick one up for like $50.
Yeah, I know. And I told her, I was like, look, you can go spend $89 at Best Buy and go buy a printer if you
really exactly.
We don't have one because we don't, like, it's something I think it's something we think we want, but we wouldn't really use. Like,
well, there's always, and it's having a regular printer is one of those things that, like, we barely ever use ours, but when I do use it, I'm just super glad I have one. I can just hit print and print this out and be done with it. Or scanning something. Like, I don't have to go to, Staples or FedEx or Kinko's or anything like that.
But you can, like, the iPhone scan works perfectly too.
It does. It does. You're right. But yeah, it's just, I think maybe we'll print things out 4 times a year.
Yeah. But so I'll put a lot more use and money into the 3D printer. So
sure,
Luke, I appreciate the confidence. He says I'll be printing day 1. So
you're printing things for your toys, and that's always fun.
Yeah, and
I think it's really cool.
So I have, like, this whole wall is booked, right? That's like, there's nothing, I can't go any further with that. But this wall, right here, I'm going to change my setup to where I'm going to get a regular, I have an L desk right now. I'm just going to get a long flat, a long desk and put it in the middle of this wall in front of me. And that's going to open up.
Kind of like, come here.
Kind of like yours. Is it like a long square or rectangle?
So I got this, and then, it kind of comes out. It's just a really long,
So I'm going to get one of those.
My toy room, guys.
Look at that. I've never really, like, you need to do I've been telling you to post a tour of it.
I know. I need to do a tour.
Mine's kind of, I guess while we're showing toy rooms, I got my Marvel over here. Got my helmets over here. This is like, there's me and my wife right there if you want to take a peek. Just like some random things like down there. But so if I get a long rectangular desk and scoot to the right, to the middle of the wall in front of me, that'll open up this entire wall, like, to my left.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna get all new shelves there, and then I'm gonna try to fill this entire thing with, like, 3D printed dioramas.
If I didn't do like my YouTube stuff and, like, in photography, like figure photography, the extra space on this desk, I could easily put a 3D printer on. But it's like one or the other kind of thing. I can't do both. I can't have both on there. Yeah.
So that's the plan. Hopefully it goes well. We'll see.
Yeah.
And speaking of space, you had a tweet recently.
I did. You want to read that?
I think it opened some eyes.
Yeah. Well, this has been a conversation I've been having privately with some people around. I've name drop him all the time because we're legitimately friends. At least I like to think so, and not just me bugging him. But, like, I talk with Dan Larson on a daily basis about collecting.
You're just bugging him.
Sure. I probably am, but sometimes he messages me first, so who knows? But no, this has been a big thing because back in May he kind of did this where he just, he gave himself rules, cut off a lot of collecting, and said, I'm only displaying these. And now everything that he buys, he puts through a little rigorous test of what I'm buying, what I'm not buying, things like that. And, for me, the biggest drawback financially, space-wise, is sort of that self-imposed commitment to being a Black Series completionist. And it wasn't that far-fetched. It wasn't outrageous, even for the first 6 years, I would say, because it started in 2013 up until 2020, even 2021 to an extent. It wasn't that big of a financial burden to be a Black Series completionist. We'd get maybe 2 or 3 waves. That's of 6 figures each or
max,
whatever.
Yeah,
max.
A couple
we
exclusives.
Get some exclusives here and there. There might be
deluxe, maybe
20, 30, 35 figures, and that was the whole year. It's true, Chris. Dan and I have a Sentai bromance. We watch a lot of Sentai together. I'm super looking forward to the new Sentai that just got announced. I don't remember what it's called. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. Anyways, so I just, as I was looking through my spreadsheet that I made of the figures that got released in 2022, I have 107 figures listed on there. Of those 107, I bought 99 of them. And the ones that I didn't buy were basically figures that I already have and just didn't feel the need to buy them. So, like the archive. Like I didn't buy C-3PO, Dengar, Emperor Palpatine, Grand Moff Tarkin, Skiff Lando. I didn't buy the let's say I did get. Sorry, I didn't check mark the Boba Fett that I recently got. So I got 100 figures this last year. I didn't get the prototype Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett because I already have it. It's not different.
That's a straight re-release.
It's a straight re-release. So
can we do quick math? 25 times 100 real quick if it's just standard. 20,
sure, go ahead.
I'm not sure if you want to see
that's very easy mathematically to do. You just multiply 20.
I know.
So yeah, that's basically how much I spent on Black Series this year, just by itself, but I also collect Transformers. I also collect Mythic Legions. I also collect G.I. Joe. And then all the other just odds and ends. When I see a cool toy, I buy a cool toy. So when, 2021, looking at that list, that was 69 figures released, of which I bought 65. So I've essentially bought 30, 35 more figures this year than I did last year.
So you're adding a third on top.
Exactly. So it's just becoming to the point where it's not sustainable to be a completionist anymore. So I am no longer being a completionist. And I know we talked about that a little bit when that carbonized collection came out. And I stand by that. What I said was, if I see it on sale, I might pick it up. But at this point, even if it's on sale, unless it's just absolutely dirt cheap, like $10 for the whole set, it's more to me about what I want to display, where I'm going to put it, and what my collection as a whole will look like. Because it's not just financially speaking, although finances are part of it. It's not like I can't afford this stuff, but like, how many of these figures that I bought am I displaying? How many of them am I happy that I'm displaying? So if I'm not displaying it, what's the point in owning it? Just to own it? And that's kind of why I didn't buy that 2-pack, the Comic-Con exclusive 2-pack. Like, why would I spend, even though it's only $20? Like, I don't care about $20. But for me, it was the principle of spending $20 to buy something and put it with the rest of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives that I have in a closet.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's still $20.
It's still $20. And it's just like, it's the principle of the thing. I don't need it. I don't need to buy this. There's just a point where, am I buying it because I'm like addicted to buying things? Am I buying it because I'm really trying to complete a collection? Or am I just buying it because I have this weird hole inside myself that I'm filling with plastic, So what I'm going to be doing in the future is essentially just cutting way far back. I'm not saying I'm not buying any Black Series. I'm not even saying I'm cutting back on stuff I wouldn't normally buy, but I am going to be a lot more discerning. So, for instance, that 3-pack with the Grogu and the Ahsoka, I probably wouldn't have bought that again. Like I probably wouldn't have pre-ordered it. That probably would be a hard line. Like I don't need that. Like I even have it right now, and if I haven't opened it yet, and if I open it, I don't know where I'm going to put it. Like I have all those figures on the shelf. I don't need this 3-pack. I have those figures.
Yeah.
I
totally get it.
Yeah, I'm looking at next year. Like I'm not buying the deluxe Boba Fett. I'm not buying the only 40th anniversary figures I'm buying are the new ones like the Wicket and stuff. But even then, they'll probably release those in the regular waves. So I'm thinking, do I want to buy them here or do I want to buy them in a regular wave? So do I want to buy the 40th anniversary versions? Would it be worth it? Because I know I'm going to buy the regular waves because I buy the cases. Or do I want to stop buying cases? I'm still getting like the comic figures. I'm still getting all the Andor figures because I like them. If they have another version of credit collection figures, I probably won't buy those. I'm definitely not getting any more carbonized figures, like for sure. But just the future.
That Amazon 2-pack might have been the last straw, right?
Honestly, part of it is the rising prices. Like when everything was $20, even then it wasn't that big of a deal. And you're like, oh, it's only $25. But when you're buying 6 figures, that $5 extra makes it go from being $140 or whatever to $200 because every figure costs $5 extra. That $5 adds up.
And especially with just real quick, me and you typically buy the cases. Yeah. And I don't remember off the top of my head which case it is, but in an upcoming case, I think it's 2 waves in the future. They have Tala is double packed, and there's another figure in there that's double packed. Like, so you would be buying 8 figures, but you'd get the same figure twice. Yeah. And you got to spend the whole $25 extra on each of them for a Tala and extra Tala that you're going to be able to find for $12 eventually, afterwards. So.
Yeah. So I'm not, it's not going to be a crazy difference. Probably not at first.
Obi-Wan, yeah.
Yeah, but I am going to be more cognizant of what I'm buying in the future. Selective in the future. Yeah.
It sounds like you'll be collecting how kind of I do it. Like I'm definitely not a completionist, and I only buy. Sometimes I just buy what I think is really cool, and I try to limit myself to, do I need that? Like whenever it's like when that comic book Leia came out, like it looks like a really cool comic book like Leia figure. But I'm like, do I need that Leia on my shelf? And the answer is, it looks cool. Maybe I get it on sale, but I don't really need that comic Leia because
and that's the other thing.
The main movie ones
is I went through like Hasbro Pulse and I canceled a lot of pre-orders that I had. Not necessarily Black Series, but like Transformers, X-Men Legends. Like I had the Blob on pre-order, things like that. And I'm just thinking, like, do I really care about getting this figure on day one? Like, is this the kind of figure where I'm like, I need it as soon as possible? I'm so excited for this figure. Because to me, that's why you'd pre-order something, is I'm worried about not getting it and I want it as soon as it comes out. But the answer is I really don't. And if I wait to buy it, I'll probably get it on sale. Which is
for sure
is better because it's not something that I love to the point where I need to buy it on day one. So I canceled a lot of Transformers that I'm not super excited about to buy them, just to buy them. I canceled some G.I. Joes. I canceled pretty much all my Marvel Legends, my Power Rangers that I had on pre-order still. Basically just Star Wars is the only thing I really have on pre-order because being a YouTuber and having this podcast, I do care about getting that as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to be a lot more discerning in the next year because it just was overwhelming. And I got to the point where like I still haven't opened figures because I got so many and I didn't know where to put them. So I didn't even want to open them. Like if I open this, I don't know where to put it. I had a pile of figures on my desk over here because like I just had no place to put them and they all fell over and I just didn't have the energy to pick them up. Because if I knew if I picked them up, they were just going to fall over again, you know?
Yeah. So, and collecting shouldn't be stressful. Like, you shouldn't get a figure
Exactly.
and be stressed about where you're going to put it rather than enjoying putting it on the shelf,
Exactly.
So that's a big thing. That's a big thing. And so what you really got to, with your space, if I'm going to be 3D printing you some stuff, you better create some space, buddy. But that is probably a good problem to have, I guess.
It's a good problem to have. I'm definitely, so what I'm going to do is, you can see at this shelf right here, there's a lot of space missing. Because those are figures that I'm like, I don't want these figures on my shelf anymore. Some of the NECA turtles, things like that I just like, they were cool. I was excited about them when they first came out, but there are things I'd rather have on my shelf than those. So I'm gonna be selling some stuff off, some stuff I don't want to get rid of, but it's gonna go in a bin just in case I change my mind or I do move to a place with more space or stuff like that. So
and actually, go ahead, finish up.
I was gonna say 2023 is gonna be interesting to see how it kind of shapes out.
And I also think, like, being in the non-completionist boat, I actually think it's really fun to find figures and hunt for figures online that you don't have from the past, and like wait till you see a good deal like this. I like buying figures that are kind of older, like this Tebow. I kind of like picking up figures that have been previously released, so you can always kind of wait. And it's one of the things is also, and I've actually canceled pre-orders myself lately. I canceled the Walmart Boba Fett that's been on pre-order for almost a full year.
The Tython one?
Because it's kind of frustrating whenever you pre-order something and you get it for $34. And then like a month and a half later, it's on sale for like $13. And
like that Boba Fett, like
the one that it's just a repaint of. So I'm like, I'm not paying full price for this. Like, I am sorry.
Well, and part of that came about because of all the recent sales, and also going to that that comic book store that I got the Clone Trooper from. I'm looking, they had GI Joes, Marvel Legends, the Black Series. They were all 50% off, and I'm like, this isn't fun for me. Even though these are great deals, I have all these.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have them, this would have been a much more fun way to buy them.
To add it, yeah.
To add them, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I've also canceled. I actually, believe it or not, I canceled the case of Wave 34 because I was like, I don't need that Grogu for $25. I don't need.
Yeah.
I don't need the. But I pre-ordered because the ones I want early. I pre-ordered.
Yeah, you don't need the extra Obi-Wan. You don't need the Grogu. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need the. I was like, I don't necessarily need the Axe Woves day one. I can wait for maybe that'll hit like maybe I can find that on a shelf sometime, or get that later down the road and whatever else is. But so yeah, I've actually canceled some stuff, and it's just frustrating to see a lot of things go on sale, especially after you pay full price, because it seems like there's been such a massive amount of things going on sale lately because they're like over shipping stuff. Like, I'm not sure about what the world logistics is now, but it looks like it was so backed up, and then everything cleared, and it was just a mass flood of stock that these retailers got, and so everything's just
like Amazon really recently fast. Yeah, Amazon recently had the Cantina band member
for like $11,
$11 a piece, like
something like that. Yeah,
I would have,
I think it was $9.99 actually.
$10 a pop, and I could have, you could complete your whole set for $70 or I guess $60 plus $30, as opposed to $25 a pop, which is what we did. Granted, I got mine months ago and I made a YouTube video out of it, so it was better for me to get them earlier. But for the people where they only got one to have it, like, that was a perfect way to fill out their Cantina band for a much better price.
Yep. And I'm definitely I'm still getting figures day one that I absolutely need, but really now I'm going to be focused on like 3D printing, like dioramas for figures that I want in dioramas. So I think I am going to start passing on some of those figures that are borderline, like, can I wait on this or do I need it right now? And I do that anyways. Like, there are figures I pass on, but I usually tend to I end up getting them. Like, I get every Clone Trooper that releases. Like, I'm still going to do that.
Yeah.
So, and it's just a price increase also. $25 a pop, it adds up.
Yeah, it does. It adds up so much. Like, when you're just buying one, you're like, $5. I don't care about $5. But when you're buying 7, that $5 adds up a lot.
So do we still count as shills since we're going to be reining ourselves in this next year?
I mean, people can call us shills if they want to. I still don't count myself a shill, but by Hasbro, I don't know. Sure, why not? Sure, why not?
We are.
We're jerks for liking toys, I guess.
Yeah, you're not allowed to like the hobby.
I'm not allowed to enjoy what I collect. Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of the point of what I'm talking about. Is there was a point where I kind of wasn't enjoying aspects of it, and now that I've sort of reined myself back, I feel a lot better about what I'm buying and where I'm going to put it, because I do sort of have a plan, and instead of just buying things I feel obligated to, I'm buying them because I want to, and that's a much better feeling. And I had a conversation I think it was some Facebook Black Series group, and this guy was mad at the Yavin Leia, how there was a regular release and then the Power of the Force release. And he's like, there's no justification for one being $7 more. And I'm like, well, there kind of is. Like, the specialty card, it's produced in lower quantity. It's got a hollow foil on it. Like, if you don't want it, just buy the cheaper one. They're the same figure. And he's like, but I'm a completionist. And, like, even me as a completionist, I feel like that's a whole different level of completionist. I do own both, but that's because I got the Power of the Force one, because that's super nostalgic for me. Like, I am the target audience for that Power of the Force 2 card, because those were the Star Wars toys from my childhood that I grew up on, was that Power of the Force 2 thing. So I bought it for that reason, but this guy's buying it because he feels obligated to buy it. Like, he has to buy it, and he was mad that it existed and he had to buy it. Like he was being punished. And I'm like, dude, like you are putting this imposition on yourself. No one's forcing you to buy this. Like, you are the one that's like, I'm buying everything, whether I want to or not, and that's just such a ridiculous stance to be in.
Yeah.
That there was a point where I was even, honestly, there were things that I did that I bought out of obligation, and not being part of that anymore is freeing.
Yeah, I think you're actually going to feel better about whenever you receive a figure that you like, I want to make this purchase, and because I love this figure, not because I need to complete a line or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it'll bring more joy to you whenever you get the figure. Absolutely. I know this is our last podcast of calendar year 2022. The next time we record will be early January. We're going to have Lane Speeder Luke and hopefully the full Out of the Basement crew. We're still waiting on Justin. So Justin, confirm in the group chat that you're going to be there. Thanks. But I don't want anybody to think that we're like, and I do hate to end it on us being a little down, but we're not down on the line. The line is still like flame. The main line has been absolutely killing. Black Series in 2022 was one of the best years it's had.
I've recorded more Black Series videos this last month after making that decision. I've recorded more Black Series videos because of it, because I've been happy to have these. I did a video on the whole wave of Wave 34. So if you want to go see my thoughts and me kind of opening them up and stuff like that, go check that out. Of those, 7 figures in that wave, 4 of them are absolute bangers, like not even a question. Some of the best figures in the entire line. So let me, for the people that, before we go, because I know we're kind of winding down, but before we go, I have earmarked 10 figures, probably more than 10 figures that are in my top 10. These are not numbered in any specific order. So like the first one I say is not 10. The last one I say is not 1. But the top figures this year for me: Echo, Darth Maul Clone Wars, that comic Leia that you said you didn't really need, Sergeant Creel, 13th Battalion Trooper, Cobb Vanth, Dark Trooper, the Ahsoka Tano, Death Watch Mandalorian, Ned B, Tibidon Station Obi-Wan, and Saw Gerrera. I don't know how many figures that is, but those are my favorite figures of 2023. I don't know what order they're going to be in, but like when I or 2022, when I do my top 10 video this year, like those are the figures that are going to be in it for sure.
Did you have Mandalorian Ahsoka in there?
Yeah.
No? Oh, you did? Okay.
I did. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's like figures that stand out to me. And I guess like let's just before we go, let's talk about, because I had this in the group chat or the group chat, Jesus, the discussion points for the show, like just 2022 Black Series chat, like looking back. Some figures that stood out to me. Definitely that Echo, that Ahsoka was very good. I do wish that came with her cloak, whatever you want to call it, but they put that in the Amazon pack.
Yeah, they fixed it, and I might swap that, and I might put that Ahsoka on my shelf just to have that version. Yeah.
The figure and Dan and Nayland Shield they absolutely knocked it out of the park.
So I had that one on there. I took it off, and I mostly took it off because today, I was trying to put the Santa Claus came with a little trumpet, a toy trumpet, and I was trying to put it in his hand, and the lack of the butterfly joints just really kills that figure for me. It would have been perfect if he had butterfly joints.
Yeah.
But without
it's missing the butters, but it's
a bigger deal for me than I thought it was, honestly.
Yeah. And this isn't like a top 10. I'm just looking at figures that stand out to me. In a bad way, what kind of disappointed me was the 187th Clone Trooper. If you look at it in the brief moment we see it in the show, it looks like it's the same exact white as the rest of them. But they made this figure cream colored, like off-white, and it stands out on the shelf way too much. Like I love all the clones, and like maybe they did it they had to have done it on purpose, right? But I just don't know why that one, like maybe the darker color on the, it looked better with the off-white, but the white, it just doesn't match the rest of the clones. And some people have said they liked it. Some people said they don't. Like they agree with me. So it seems kind of split from what I've seen. My New Republic security droid is, I think me and you called that the Domino figure of the year whenever we got that on Fine Editions.
Yep.
Justin said his was like fantastic. So
I don't know what kind of magical New Republic droid he got.
I know everybody I talked to, they were like, I cannot get that. I have Landspeeder Luke's, the little hexagon stand. I have it on that, and it still falls back. Like
I want to get a bunch of those from you, by the way.
Yeah, I got you, fam. I got you.
All right.
Another figure that stands out to me is the Tibetan Station Obi-Wan. Like I know it's pretty much a
so
repaint.
Good. No, it does. You know what though? Like
it came out kind of the same. Like it was announced
they were announced around the same time, but directly comparing the Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan to the Tibetan Station Kenobi, it's the same figure, but it's so much more appealing. It's the colors, the soft goods, like the backpack he comes with. Like I love that figure so much. Like that, if I had to choose one of the other, I would 100% always choose the Tibetan Station one. It's just so good.
Absolutely 100. Because the other one is kind of not as needed whenever we get the Jabim Obi-Wan.
100%. Yeah. Boy, he does come with the fun little the Lola droid.
Yeah, I think whenever we get the little Leia, though, we'll get a better version of the little Leia.
I hope so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Riva and Fifth Brother were great figures. The Fifth Brother figures, the lightsaber kind of sucked. But the Riva figure is like absolutely top. Did you have Riva in your top 10?
No,
I think she's
in my top 15. Yeah.
I think she ends up being in mine because the photo reel is fabulous.
Her face is fantastic.
The black and the dark grays. Yeah. Like the colors just like
there were a bunch of figures that were like just on the cusp.
It's just like the whole year was just absolute fire. The Dark Trooper Ned B.
I love Ned B and the Dark Trooper so much. Yeah. Both of them are great. I love the articulation for them. I love the big beefy robots. It's hot droid winter is what it is.
Yeah. Just like absolute fire in 2022. Yeah. And there's a lot of figures I didn't even mention. Like Wave 34. We talked about that a lot this episode, but that Clone Wars Mall. Like those are 2022 figures. Because I mean, if Entertainment Earth is shipping out singles months ago.
Yeah, I would count those released in the US for sure.
Yeah, those for sure. I actually ordered mine. You can go on Zavvi US and order them. They're in stock. and I thought they were shipping from the U.S., but they're actually shipping from like Great Britain or something. But they've shipped. I just have to. They just have to get here. I ordered Darth Maul, Grand Inquisitor, and Ayla Secura.
Yeah. If
They were
you've
all in
ordered
stock,
them
so.
and they've shipped, I would say you could count it for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. I'm looking at this. Another down was the Skiff Lando archive, and
some weird archive choices. Yeah.
And them putting it and Palpatine, them putting it in
Palpatine.
the 4D.
Yeah. It's not just Lando and Palpatine. Weird choices to do both. Not to re-release, but to do both an archive and a 40th anniversary is a weird choice.
Cobb Vanth, he's 2022, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a top.
Cobb Vanth, yeah.
I
think I got him in April or March. I can't remember. Cobb Vanth is one of my favorite figures like that. I don't care what anybody says about.
Easily.
Yeah, a figure that disappointed me. There was one I looked at earlier, and I was like, yeah, that was kind of disappointing. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember what it was, but I mentioned the security droid and the
I would say overall, having them use getting the Delta Squad was great. Having them put it on the Hunter body was disappointing. Not to the point where I'm continuously mad about it, but it was a disappointing decision for them to do.
Especially, I think whenever we were talking about it, and when everybody talks about it, it's that they could have easily made the deluxe body and then repainted that. But I just wonder if their marketing or like their sales analysis team was like, if we do a deluxe body, we're gonna have to do $33.99, and people just aren't gonna pay that 4 times for the whole squad, and then a 5th time for a blank one. Maybe that's why
it could be. Well, and the body, I'm actually okay with the body, because if you go and look at their appearance in the Clone Wars, they are just regular sized troopers. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. But I think honestly, the biggest surprise disappointment for me that I got over, but in my initial was the Black Chrysanthemum, and it was just like everyone else. We just got off Book of Boba Fett, where we want this character as a standout character from the show. And then what we got wasn't what we wanted. And that was probably my biggest disappointment. I've come to terms with it, and I'm glad we're getting what we want. And as a figure, he's not a bad figure, but it was the most disappointed I've ever been in a reveal for any figure ever revealed because of that reason.
Yeah. I will say, when I got the first, was it Boss? The orange or red one.
Sure.
When I got him, it was cool. I liked it. Put it on the shelf. And then the second one I got, the one with I never played the game, so their names.
Sev,
the one with the he looks like Wilson.
The sniper.
He looks like
Wilson. He's got the handprint or whatever.
Yeah. What's that movie?
From Castaway.
Castaway. Yeah. When I got that one, it was it was cool. And I haven't been excited to buy Fixer, so I haven't bought him yet, because it's I feel like I have this.
Sure.
But I know I need all 4. I'm just not excited about.
I do like Fixer. He's probably looks-wise, he's probably my favorite of the 4, to be honest. Yeah,
but even over, over Scorch?
Well, of the ones out so far.
No,
with Scorch aside, of the 3 that have been released, Fixer is my favorite of the 3. But when Scorch comes out, he will be my favorite of the 4. Yeah.
Underrated figure of 2022, I'll say Ewok Village Leia. I don't think that one gets its credit.
No, I think that's a good option, because she has a great likeness. She's just really boring. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think the likeness is fabulous.
Yeah,
it's a lot better than the Endor Leia, because that figure is not that great, in my opinion. Trying to see what else we can do. What figures are you most looking forward to in 2023?
Let's do that.
Pipeline or announced
for sure. I think for me right now,
pick your top 2 or 3 you're most looking forward to for 2023.
The new Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian, Darth Malak, and probably Mara Jade, but that Scar Trooper is up there as well.
Mine is going to be very easy. It's the it's honestly the 3 Return of the Jedi 40th, that Return of the Jedi Luke, the Darth
But
Vader,
those
photoreal
haven't been
Vader.
announced yet. You can't put them on the list. But they've been pipeline. They've been
Those are
pipeline. You're
officially
right. No, you're
pipeline.
right.
Yeah.
I would say, but we haven't seen them. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and then the newly sculpted R2. But okay, it's just those have been pipeline, so I feel like that's.
I know, but we haven't seen them, so you really can't. You can look forward to them, though. You're right. No, you can look forward to them, even though we haven't seen them. It's your list. They are official.
That's true.
You can look forward to them if you want to.
I do. I just feel like what we have in the pipeline right now is kind of cooler. Than
I agree. We've got Kiadi Mundi in the pipeline.
We got the blank clone.
Honestly, I think no. I'm going to take it back. If we're counting pipeline, Book of Boba Fett, Black Chrysanthemum, and the Book of Boba Fett, Cad Bane are my and so probably the new R2 are my top 3.
I'll name every pipeline that's been out, or that
let's do it
that we have right now.
Let's do it. Bring
Trooper Jesse, Kiadi Mundi, the new sculpted Mandalorian with dark saber, Black Chrysanthemum Deluxe, which is I'm just like so excited for that one. It's unreal. The Pike Soldier, which will be very cool.
It's fine.
Cad
Bane,
yeah. Cad Bane from Book of Boba Fett.
Ooh, that one's a good one.
Yeah. That one's spicy. That one's gonna be a hot one. The Tusken Chieftain is gonna be
also a good one.
I feel like they're gonna knock it out of the park with that one. Ahsoka Tano from season 3. Hopefully they do that one very well. I'm sure they will. The Magna Guard, I'm a little nervous that it's gonna have like really thin legs and not be able to stand well.
Black Series has a problem with robots. Unless they're thick. Unless they're thick,
because they have a good center of gravity. But the thin droids, they domino.
No, it's true. You got the Republic droid, the KX series, security droids, all battle droids, anything with those. Anything with those super skinny legs, they just do not want to stand. Grievous. IG-11 and IG-88.
Thin leg droids. They have. So just Magna Guard, it's like one of those Revenge of the Sith figures I need. Please knock it out of the park, Hasbro. I am begging you. And then following that, we got the blank Phase 2 clone, which I'm going to buy 12 of. You heard it first right here. I'm not doing that. We just talked about we talked about reining it in.
That's one of those things that maybe if they put it on sale, I'll buy a bunch of. But I think I'll buy 1, maybe 2. But I think I'm even down to stop buying doubles of troop builders again. I used to not. Troop builders I would only buy 1 of, and then I got to the point where like I've got extra money, I can buy 2. But now I've got so much, like my Empire shelf is too full. I've got too many stormtroopers. So I need to cut down on stormtroopers.
So I feel like I've limited myself for 1 trooper of like specific like battalions, except for whenever you get one on sale, like the Elite Trooper, for like $25 for 2 of them. And then one that you can take the pauldron off of, so I'm going to do a second one of these. And then the Shock Trooper from Bad Batch, I got 2 of those. So I took the pauldron off one. And then blank ones, I'm going to have at least 2, and then as they go on sale, I might get 3. Because with my Stormtroopers, I have them spread out, Rogue One, A New Hope, through all the way through the original trilogy, and and all that. So I like having those throughout the shelf. And then I'm going to need more for dioramas, coming soon, hopefully. So I'll probably pick up a couple blank clones. And then after that, the last one is Omega from the Bad Batch of Season 2. That's all the pipeline we have coming up. So we haven't seen any of those yet.
Hillsy wants to know how many biker scouts a man needs. And the answer is as many as it takes.
Oh, I just punched my mic.
Everybody
needs this one.
Yep.
Punched my mic. This thing is just like beautiful. What sucks though is the
that's a common problem with those. Yeah,
it has that blaster that turns. This one, like if I turn it, it's just gonna snap off. So I just haven't. I have not.
You probably just need to heat it up or something.
Yeah. So I have him leaning to that side, to the side that it's turned, so it looks like he's actually, doing it, even though you can't really see it when it's sitting on the shelf, but.
When I got mine, the whole side of the figure that was facing the inside of the box was warped. Like the head crest thing was warped. The bike was warped. The hand was warped. So I had to like soak it all in really hot water and reshape it.
And we won't have that many helmet warping issues without the plastic in the packaging.
That is my biggest praise of the plastic-free packaging.
Because when they announced the new Stormtrooper mold, it was like, oh, this Stormtrooper is going to be amazing. Then we get it, and like literally half of them, the QC issues were off the charts.
A lot of helmet figures, the Boba Fett that came
Boba
out,
Fett where you had to squeeze it,
a lot of figures that come in those plastic trays, because the way they do it is they don't. Someone's not putting them in trays, like they vacuum form the trays to the accessories, and sometimes when they do that, it warps the accessories in there. So not having done that anymore, like that's not going to be an issue, and I'm looking forward to that 100%.
Yep, absolutely. Any last thing you want to chat about? Chat, do you have a last second suggestion before we close the show? We got. Hopefully we can get something in there. Mike, you got anything you want to?
Well, I mean, I could plug my YouTube channel. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of Black Series videos this month. Firstly, my wife and I have been doing.
He enjoys it again.
I do enjoy it again. Honestly, I'm not producing the videos I want to produce just because December is a crazy month, and I'm just kind of getting back in the swing of things. So I'm trying to get them out fast. I'm going for quantity over quality for the most part. But hold on. One of my Christmas presents this year is this. My wife,
there you go,
hung one of our TVs. We got a new TV a couple months ago, and we played like musical TV chairs. So the big one goes in the living room, then the smaller one that was in the living room went in our bedroom, and the one that was in the bedroom, which is this one, is now in the toy room. So now I have a TV for when I record videos. I used to have to haul out a small TV, put it on the desk, clear everything off the desk, and film myself. I had to hook a bunch of stuff up, and then when I was done filming, break it all down. Now this TV is just right here, and I just got it. It's just
awesome.
Just there to use. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to using this to get back in the swing of things of recording. I've got my mojo back. I feel I've got the want to do it along with the will. So definitely look forward, especially in 2023. Gonna have some stuff coming. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Chris Hilsey says he likes my advent calendar video. He actually adores my advent calendar videos. The thing about those is if you're there to watch us build a Lego, that's not what's really focused on. The interaction between me and my wife is kind of what I focus on. Like I show the stuff we're building, but we don't watch us build it. Usually that's really boring. Like we're just sitting here, like not really talking, building a Lego, and that's boring. But on the last one, I called my wife an amorphous blob, and that was funny. So it's stuff like that,
the fun interaction,
the fun interactions, and they're not usually too long. I try to keep them below 10 minutes, but sometimes they get away from me. But yeah, I'll have a bunch of videos coming. My next video is going to be the Santa Claus figure 100%. I'm looking forward to doing my video on that. So
I watched your video. Was it the Andor figures? I can't remember. Or was it Wave 34? But you had the moose in the background and at the beginning you could see it. That thing just like when it's on screen, it's impossible.
It draws your eye.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That moose
the antlers are glorious for sure.
Yeah. Whenever we started recording, it was like 35 degrees in Louisville. Now it's 9.
I'm sweltering in my room right now.
It dropped so crazy.
What is it? Hold on, let me see what it is in San Diego.
At 4 a.m. or tomorrow morning, it's going to be -7 wind chill.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's 51 degrees right now where I'm at. I guess it's a little chilly, but yeah, it'll be 80 on
a
Christmas
little
Day.
chilly.
Yeah,
a little. It's a.
I might put a jacket on when I go outside.
I take my trash out, and I'm gonna get attacked by a wampa out there. That's how bad it's gonna
You'll
be.
never make it past the first marker.
I won't. Literally, that's how skinny I am. There's no way I'm gonna freeze to death.
You're gonna have to slice your tauntaun open and get inside and stay warm.
For real, like it's gonna. But my dog loves it. Like my dog loves the smell.
So I, growing up, I always thought that was Wedge and Tilly's that found Luke and Han the next day. It's not. It's not Luke. It's not Wedge. I didn't know that.
The one that's like.
Yeah, we found him. Repeat, we found him. That guy? Yeah, that's not Wedge. I always thought it was Wedge. It's not Wedge. I also thought that the guy in the room in A New Hope was Wedge. The guy that's like that's impossible, even for a computer, and then looks like that's not impossible. Yeah. I used to think that was Wedge too. Not Wedge.
Against the Star,
yeah. No, not that guy. Not that guy. Not that guy. That guy's from Empire Strikes Back. I'm talking about the one from A New Hope where they're going. Yeah. But I guess I'm confusing people in Star Wars for Wedge who aren't Wedge. But then when the first time I was watching Rise of Skywalker, I thought that the Wedge actually appearing at the end, I thought that was Anthony Daniels. I thought that was C-3PO because they kind of look a little similar. I don't know. So I'm really bad. I've learned that I'm really bad at identifying what Wedge and Tilly.
I kind of have a hot take here about Wedge.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wish he wasn't in Rise of Skywalker. Not because I don't like Wedge.
Sure.
I have a problem with the actor because they invited him
Dennis
back
Lawson?
Yes, Dennis Lawson. They invited him back for episode 7. And you know what he said? He turned it down and is quoted to saying something like, "What are they going to have me do? Sit in a starship and say a quick quirky line to have my cameo in there?" Like, he didn't want to do it because he was like disrespected about, they want to have me do a cameo.
Which is exactly what he did.
Which is exactly what he ended up doing. So he's like, this is my last chance to get a check. So I kind of wish they would have been like, no, screw you, buddy. You missed your chance.
Honestly, I kind of agree with that. He would have been fun to see flying with the Resistance pilots or on the ground, like commanding them. Maybe he wouldn't be flying anymore. Or maybe he would because they could be like, yeah, we're so low on people. We've even got these old timers flying with us or something, something like that. I think you're right about that. I think you're absolutely right. But at the same time, Dennis Lawson's related to Ewan McGregor, and that's cool. I think
that is true. Yeah. That is true.
That's not really a reason to like someone just because they're related to someone else. But I've always liked Dennis Lawson. I've always liked Wedge Antilles. I love to this day. There's a lot of like books, like Star Wars books that I've read, and I still would say the expanded universe. There are some good expanded universe books, the Legends ones, but most of them are bad. They range from being okay to like outright garbage. But some of the best ones are the X-Wing series.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, the Rogue Squadron X-Wing series. I think it was like 7 or 8 books, but the first 4 revolve around Rogue Squadron specifically, and revolve around them retaking Coruscant from the Empire. And it's a really good series of books by Michael Stackpole. Super good. Recommend.
I need to get back into reading. There's a couple books I want to read. Non-Star Wars books, but so I found an article. It said, let me read this. It says, Dennis Lawson, who played Rebel Ace Wedge Antilles in the original trilogy, has confirmed that he turned down the chance to return in the upcoming Star Wars sequel, speaking at a screening of his new movie, The Machine. Lawson said, "They asked me, but it would have just bored me." Oh, really? But sitting in the spaceship in Rise of Skywalker for 3 minutes.
Oh, you're just mad now. You're just mad.
I'm just like, don't say, being invited to be back on Force Awakens is boring. Like
one of the highest grossing movies of all time.
What I'm saying. I would have been disrespected if I was Lucasfilm, and I would say, well, screw you. You lost your chance. We're gonna make Wedge die off screen.
But here's the thing about Rise of Skywalker. They were trying to do everything they could to pull the fandom back in at that point because it's so fractured that like Rise of Skywalker is like 80% fan service because of as a knee-jerk reaction to Last Jedi and Solo.
That is 100% true.
Yeah,
that's 100% true.
That's why.
I mean, I'm a guy that I hold grudges more than I probably should. So if I were Lucasfilm, I would have said, you know what? Dennis Lawson turned us down. He's gonna have a worse death than Akbar.
You would have killed him off. Yeah.
We're just gonna mention oh, that one guy who helped us, yeah, no, everybody from that squad's dead, and then like move
That's
on.
as a whole, that is one of the things I both like and very much dislike at the same time, because I'm a complicated person. How unceremoniously people were killed off in the sequel trilogy. I like the sequel trilogy overall. Like, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but I do like it. Um, but like Admiral Akbar, it works because they're in war. Like sometimes when you're in war, people just die. Like he's just dead.
Yeah.
Like a ship exploded. Exactly. That's how it is. But at the same time, from our perspective as people watching it, like Admiral Akbar spent the last 30, 40 years in the Star Wars zeitgeist being it's a trap, guy. Like we love Akbar for his short appearance in the Return of the Jedi movie. Where just seeing him unceremoniously killed without any pomp or circumstance is weird when you put it into that context. But if you take it out of that context, and he's just a general in a ship that got strafed and the bridge blew out, yeah, that's how it would happen. Like that's how it would happen.
I do think the sequel trilogy suffers from also
lack of planning.
The First Order. Well, I'm just talking about like characters. Yeah. The First Order not seeming as threatening. Like, the guy I would say from the beginning of Last Jedi. That the commander on the ship, that dude was badass. He should have been like Hux,
Sure.
Fire on the base. That guy, that dude was a great like Imperial First Order commander, like officer. He should have been like Hux, and Hux just kind of sucked. They should.
Hux was cool. Hux was cool in the first movie,
in Force Awakens, and then they turned him, and then I didn't like.
I will say the weird direction they took him. I'm okay with it. Because I think
8 was okay, but 9 was like
Rian Johnson's like, yeah, he's a Nazi. I'm okay with making fun of a Nazi.
Yeah,
but, like I respect that, but at the same time, he's supposed to be the bad guy of the movie, and turning him into the butt of jokes and kind of downplaying how serious he is. Without showing anything that shows why he should be taken seriously. Like if you balanced it out a little more, but with the way the final cut of the movie came out, he did come off as just kind of being
the butt of the jokes.
The butt of the joke. Yeah.
If he was more intimidating, and if they dove into it a little further, that angle they did where he's like, I don't need the First Order to win. I just need Kylo Ren to lose so that way I can be in charge. That would have been a great angle if he was a little more intimidating.
Right.
In my opinion.
And look at that. I'm a sequel lover, but I can criticize it. Like there's valid criticisms of it. I just, absolutely. I watched I will watch The Last Jedi. Probably I watch a Star Wars movie every Christmas Eve. I drink whiskey and watch Star Wars. And honestly, this year might be Last Jedi year. I don't know.
I try to watch every movie once a year. So I'm going to start in January going through. I've been trying to rewatch Book of Boba Fett, but I kid you not, like last week, I swear, like the wife was out and I was just home alone, not doing nothing. So I turned on Book of Boba Fett. I got 3 minutes into that thing, and then Boba Fett says a line or something, and I was like, I can't do this. I just can't do this right now. Some of I don't know. I don't know what it is with that show. I just can't do it.
It is weird. Kind of what we were talking about earlier with like that recency bias. Like I remember liking it a lot better when it was coming out, but then when you let it sit for a little bit, the newness of being something new in Star Wars, you have to let it settle. The same thing happened with the prequel trilogy. I loved all 3 prequels movies when they first came out, because when you leave the movie, you're like, oh, that was a cool experience. But then kind of when you go back and watch it, you start to see those flaws. So while maybe you don't hate it, it's just not quite as good as you thought it was when you first leave from that first experience. Or the opposite's true. Maybe it rubbed you the wrong way, something, but then after a little while you watch it again, or you're like, oh, actually it wasn't that bad. Things like that.
That's how like Last Jedi's kind of grown to me just a little bit, Paragon Fuzz says, you fellas seen the Acolyte leaks, which kind of leads into like those characters look really cool, and I really want those figures in the Black Series next year.
We didn't talk about that, but yeah, I did see that. I like that the Acolyte, it takes place in the High Republic era. Yeah.
Or the end of it, I think, right?
Yeah, it's the end of it. It's like 100 years before Phantom Menace still, or something like, or 50 years or something like that. It's still enough to where
get some Plagueis action. But
we'll see. We'll definitely.
I think it could lead into its own series. Maybe like they might reveal him at the end or something, and then he can get his own.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a fun side conversation. I like that. That came out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
And that was fun.
Those are the best. Those are the best.
Those are the best. Yeah. But I think it's about time to wrap it up. I don't know when this will post. Probably Christmas Eve. So if you're listening to this, happy Christmas Eve, I guess. Or if you're listening to it sometime around Christmas. Last year we took this week off. This year we're not.
Absolutely. So, Mike, do you got you want to plug anything? I know you mentioned some YouTube videos you got coming up.
I got some YouTube videos you can watch. Yeah.
We got first time listeners all the time. So just tell them where they can find you across the socials.
Yeah. YouTube.com/Mike Case, Kaess is my YouTube channel. I'm on Instagram at Trusty Sidekick if you want to see pictures I take of toys. If you want to hear random thoughts that I get in the moment that are absolutely ridiculous and I absolutely regret half the time, I'm on Twitter for as long as Twitter is going to last, at Mike Case on Twitter. I also occasionally, very rarely, post things on TikTok at Mike Case 82.
You can follow me at the Star Wars Black Series on Instagram and TikTok. I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas, and if you get some cash, you can consider supporting the show on Patreon. We have a couple tiers. $2 is the smallest tier, so anything helps, and you get entries and giveaways. We do. We gave away 12 figures in our Patreon intro before the show.
And thanks to all the people that stuck around and have been watching us record this live in the live stream.
Yes, thank you all very much.
James Stolt, Chris Hill, Paragon Fuzz, Brian Eovatius, G Fam Bam, Bendejo, Chris Hilsey, Beardy McBeardyson. All these guys have been chatting up a storm while we've been talking.
Luke and Out of the Basement Boys popped in. Thanks everybody. Just tons of Patreon members popped in. We really appreciate it. The $2 that you would give, it goes a long way, or the $5. We are going to have another giveaway actually at 50
when we hit 50
members. We're at 44, 45. So we could literally have another giveaway next episode. Like we literally could. We might wait until after we have our guests on, maybe the next episode. We'll see. We'll see if we get to 50. We have merch if you want to support us. If you want this fine edition shirt, our segment here we do every episode. You can there's links everywhere on my Instagram and probably in this video somewhere. We also have mugs. So that's another way to. I want to get Sean to design a hoodie for us because it's cold in my basement. I need a hoodie,
for sure. We do need it. We have hoodies. He's got his hoodies for us.
Yeah, but I want a better design on the.
You want a better design? Okay.
Yeah, I want.
All
right. Follow us on Twitter. The Twitter's been growing pretty good lately. I think we're at like 205 followers on there. But at TBS Cantina, you can keep up with all the drama we get into over there.
We get into a lot of drama. We got called naughty words the other day.
Yeah. Mike is also sometimes confused as Mary Antoinette for some reason. You can go on Twitter to find out why. And join our Facebook group, Black Series Cantina. It's we get a lot of people joining now, and we have a great conversation in there. People posting their hauls, people posting what they find on clearance.
Just having fun conversations.
Yep, I think I'm going to start doing something where, like, at the end of every month, I post a picture of all the figures I've gotten that month, just to kind of keep a track of like what I've gotten. I think that'll be cool. Yeah, and then join the Facebook group, Black Series Cantina. If you want to email us, blackseriescantina@gmail.com is an option. Most people just DM me on Instagram. I have, casual chats with people all the time, especially listeners of the podcast and
same
Patreon members specifically. So, hit us up. I hope everybody in the central and like Midwestern area stays safe in the storm. And we started this podcast, it was like 35 degrees, and now it's almost getting to the 0 where I'm at. So hope everybody stays warm and have happy holidays. We'll see you in next episode.
Bye.